Check 1 2, check 1 2. There we go.
Since 2018, Cricket Wireless has been supporting the
I don't know why it was off.
HBCU students.
No, this was clicked off before. I don't know why. Yeah.
So big that only iPhone 16
We're live in Atlanta, Georgia for the 2026 Pepsi SWAC Men and Women's Basketball Tournament. The battle for the throne is real.
He puts the ball on the floor, gets inside, has his shot rejected by Arterio.
And it's all about a chance to punch a ticket to the big dance.
Jacoby, the Euro, the lay-in. Oh, that was pretty.
Championship dreams are on the line as the best of the Southwestern Athletic Conference take the floor. Now let's send it courtside with the voice of the Wildcats, Mike Torello, on the CatEye Radio Network.
The Marching Wildcats playing us into the Gateway Center Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. It's time for the 2026 Men's and Women's Basketball Tournaments here on the CatEye Radio Network. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Torello. Happy to have your company. Sabrina Petite-Holm joins me live from courtside here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's just about time for Wildcat Women's Basketball against Texas Southern. We're on BCUathletics.com/radio, YouTube.com/CatEye. We're also on Instagram Live. Hello, Instagram Live. If you're on Instagram Live watching this, this will be just the first 5 minutes of the broadcast. We'll take you to the first media timeout of the first quarter. If you want to watch the rest of the broadcast, head on over to YouTube.com/CatEye Network. The link is in the comments. It's time for Wildcats against Texas Southern. These two teams locked horns once in the regular season at Moore Gymnasium. The Wildcats ran out winners 69-64. So, can the Wildcats repeat the feat today and keep their season alive?
And that's what we're looking for today here at the SWAC tournament. It's clean slate, Mike. Anybody can really get to the last final of the SWAC tournament. It's really who is going to lock in, and that's what's really important.
Wildcats starting lineup being introduced right in front of us here at courtside. Maya Johnson gets the start today in the biggest game of the season, along with Jordan Brooks, Shomari Phillips, and Damani Dorsey and Tyler Butler. So not the same lineup that was rolled out. Sadai Tyler goes to the bench in place of Maya Johnson, who was 2 rebounds shy of a double-double in the final regular season game at Florida A&M. How has her progression this season impacted the way the Wildcats play?
I think really her confidence. That's something that we really needed to see in Maya this season, to really see how she is going to elevate herself in the next season and in the finals of this season as well, too.
For Texas Southern, there's really only 2 names you need to know. One of them is Talia Logwood. She leads the SWAC in scoring at 14.5 points per game. She's also the top rebounder at 5.5 per game and top stealer at 47. And Deja Holmes, who didn't play well against us the first time, just had 10 points.
Yes.
But she is averaging 12.3. She also missed a good chunk of the last month of the season, only playing the last 2 games of the regular season after missing the entire month of February. So for the Wildcats, what are your keys to the game for Bethune-Cookman today?
All right, keys to the game, and the first one goes to BCU Wildcats, and that is to control the glass. Put Logwood in foul trouble. She averages about 14.5 points per game, so you already know when she comes out the game, she is going to be attacking us in the worst way, right near to that free throw line. Attack early. We want to be able to make sure that we have the upper hand going into this game against Texas Southern, and also to have high-intensity defense. We want to make sure that you're pressing. Don't give them any room to be able to let up to where they're at. As for Texas Southern, that is to knock down mid-range shoots. Their field goal percentage, if I am correct, it is 38.2, and they're number 4 in the SWAC right now, and that's something that we need to lock down early as well. You want to be able to push the pace. It's going to be an exchange of energy all day today. So who is going to have the upper hand? Also to have quick possessions. Once we have quick possessions, that'll turn into extra points for Texas Southern.
So, Talia Logwood Deja Holmes,
Yes.
starting on the bench today for Texas Southern. Their starting lineup, Macy Quiller, Ciara Bannon, who was an injury question today. She gets the start. Lauren Perry at guard, Talia Logwood at forward, and the other forward is Demaya Lewis. This is going to be big.
It is.
The Wildcats finished the regular season 4-14. They lost their last 6 straight, but they've lost 6 regular season games by 6 points or less. They have competed, but there's been 2 major problems. 1, they struggle to generate offense in the half court.
Yes.
2, they get behind early. You have to stay in touch early. And this is a Texas Southern team that scores a lot of points. They're tops in the SWAC in scoring, 66.4 points per game. But they're 10th in points against per game at 72. You've got to run with them. This is going to be a high-scoring game. You've got to have your offense clicking.
Yeah, now, as I'm looking at ESPN, Texas Southern is favored to win over BCU, but we did get the win last time we went against them in regular season. So if Wildcats can really lock down and, like you said earlier before, get that advantage early in the game, we should be in a really great spot.
We are just about to get underway. The Gateway Center Arena, maybe about 20% full here this morning. It is
early.
On the East Coast. It is foggy, cool, and damp outside, but inside the action is about to heat up. Bethune-Cookman in the all-black jerseys, gold trimming around the neck and shoulders, a big maroon stripe down the side. Bethune above the numbers in gold, Cookman below the numbers. Maroon numbers with a gold trim. Texas Southern in there all white as the higher seed. This is the 10 against the 11. A gray stripe down the side and a maroon trim for Texas Southern. Here we go. Bethune-Cookman wins the tap, goes right to left in the all black. Jordan Brooks controls for the Wildcats, and away we go. To the left wing, now to the top of the key for Johnson. She tries to hand the ball off to Dorsey, gets it back after the pass gets blown up. Brooks tries to curl around a screen to the free throw line, behind the back dribble, creates space, puts up a floater, no good. Maya Johnson put back, yes sir, 2-0 Wildcats.
Now she went off against Florida A&M last game on Friday, and I'm expecting to see that same type of energy she had this game against Texas Southern.
First possession for Texas Southern, thrown out of bounds on the top of the key, and the Wildcats turn the ball over.
Like I said earlier before, this is going to be a game of energy exchange, and we need to be able to capitalize off of that.
And the Wildcats also, you can't turn the ball over. They're second to last in the SWAC, 20.6 turnovers per game for the maroon and gold. Jordan Brooks pitches it right side to Dorsey, who had a bad game against Florida A&M, looking for a bounce back, and every game could be her final collegiate game as a senior. She picks up a dribble on the right wing side, dumps it down low, one-handed catch by Johnson. She goes right at Logwood, and the kick out to the corner is stolen away by Quiller, and here comes Logwood up the floor after a long pass, goes right at Dorsey, Euro step, got fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. Maya Johnson taps her chest, says, my bad. And just as I mentioned the turnover, Sabrina, there's that first turnover. Johnson, she had a lane to go up with it to the rim, but she tried to make the fancy pass to the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. These are one of the times that you really don't want to be selfish. Just go ahead, be selfish yourself, go ahead and go up with it.
Talia Logwood, the sophomore from Richmond, California, spent her freshman year at Utah State. First free throw is good off the front rim. Free throw shooting is not one of the better points of her game, just a 64% shooter from the charity stripe, as she'll try and tie the game here at 1. Right-handed flick up and good. Nothing but net 2-2 here early on, 9:01 to go in the first quarter.
Texas Southern is already out the gate pressing, and this is the keys to the game that I have for the Wildcats, but it seems as Texas Southern already took from what I said.
And they force a turnover at half court. Shamari Phillips couldn't catch a pass, and it's stolen away by Lauren Perry. Perry in the half court, a chance for Texas Southern to take an early lead. It's 2-2 here from the Gateway Center. Miller on the right wing side. Now Perry dumps it down low to Quiller. To the right corner, Lewis, a three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Shamari Phillips got the ball tapped away, but it comes right to Damani Dorsey, and the Wildcats will break the press into the front court. Handoff to Jordan Brooks. Brooks pounds the ball against the hardwood with her left hand, looking for space in front of her at the top of the key. No motion in front of her. She'll dribble to the right in front of the Texas Southern bench. Got a screen from Butler. Curl back around to the left. Looking for a pass. Dumps into the corner. Phillips, step back, a three. Off the rim. No good. The Wildcats will drop back defensively as Macy Quiller secures the rebound for the Tigers. Quiller picks up her dribble, top of the key, hands to Perry. She attacks, pulls up for a 15-foot jumper, and rims it down. And it's 4-2 Texas Southern.
These mid-rangers is the most lethal for Texas Southern, and we need to be able to really lock that down when they come down the court.
They really killed us, especially Logwood in that first matchup with those mid-range jump shots. Top of the key, Tyler Butler driving left on Quiller. The handoff to Brooks, and the Wildcats will reset with 60 on the shot clock. Dorsey in the left-hand corner, down low. Tyler Butler, ball on the deck. It's a mad scramble for it. It's going to be a tie-up that gives the ball back to the Tigers with the possession arrow. So 3 turnovers for the Wildcats early.
I already see something that I would love to see an improvement from the Wildcats is to drive the basket. We see a lot of pass at the top of the key, but we're not able to penetrate that basket itself. But I also have to give it up to Texas Southern for their defense to not being able to let anything in.
Yeah, but the Wildcats' 2 points did come on a putback for Maya Johnson. So getting into the paint has been effective.
Yes.
Here comes Texas Southern with a 4-2 lead, 7.5 to go in the first quarter. At the left wing, here's to Maya Lewis. She drives right baseline, right-hand layup, good. She just blew right past Maya Johnson, and it's 6-2 Texas Southern. Wildcats try and push the pace. Here comes Brooks into the front court. She'll slow it down as Maya Lesueur gets ready to come in for Texas Southern. In the high post, here's Tyler Butler. Got a reach-in foul called against Texas Southern. That's the first on Talia Logwood, important to get her in foul trouble.
And that's what was my keys to the game, get her in foul trouble. Madison Holden is checking into the game.
Yeah, she did not play against Florida A&M in the final regular season game, nursing an ankle injury. That left ankle is pretty heavily taped up, but she's going to give it a go here. Wildcats have a couple of players that if they lose this week, it'll be their final game of their careers. Damani Dorsey, one. Chanel McDonald is not playing, but she's another one. Tyler Butler, a third, and Shamari Phillips and Kaylin Peters. All seniors or graduate students on this roster. Catch and shoot for Holden, left-hand corner, off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound Texas Southern looking to improve on a 6-2 lead.
Nice defense by Shamari Phillips herself.
It's dumped down low. Extra
Very
pass.
crowded
Quiller,
down there.
baseline jumper. No good. Rebound. Madison Holden boxes out, and she's going to try and go the other way quickly. In traffic, she'll slow it down. Heels on the SWAC logo at midcourt. Madison Holden runs the offense. Here's the horn set. She goes left around the screen, tips it back to Butler. Butler driving with the left hand all the way in, throws it up and under, no good. Johnson, the rebound. Whoa. She got it on the baseline, tries to step through, got fouled. She actually got wrapped around the neck by a Texas Southern defender, and she'll go to the line. That's 2 offensive rebounds for Maya Johnson early on.
I'm loving the hustle that she's having and not letting the ball go itself, because we saw a little bit of that earlier in her season. This time, she's not letting up at all.
So Johnson goes to the free throw line.
The foul was on.
The foul was on Sierra Brandon, number 15. So Brandon has 1, and Logwood has 1. Maya Johnson, not a great free throw shooter. 51.2% on the season for the sophomore out of South Florida from St. Thomas Aquinas High School. As she shoots on the left-hand basket, flips the first one up, short. The Wildcats are the best free throw shooting team in the conference as a unit, 71.4%, but
really good
Maya Johnson, not one of them.
She's going to make her name for herself this game, though.
She already has 2 offensive rebounds. Second free throw, good. She has all 3 of the Wildcat points as they trail 6-3 here early on, approaching the first media time out of the first half. Across into the front court for Macy Quiller. Quiller on the handoff to Lesueur on the left wing. Down low, bullying her way in is Jackson, and she got her shot rejected by Tyler Butler.
I love that she was able to see that that post was open. Tyler ran straight to the post to be able to set herself up there to be able to get that deflection.
Bounce pass into the corner. Alyssa Blaylock just checked into the free throw line, driving in, right-hand floater off the glass, kisses it in, and it's 8-3 Texas Southern. They are 3 of 6 on their field goals so far. Madison Holden calls a play, checks a pass into the top of the post for Butler. Tyler Butler swings it down low to Johnson as the ball ripped away. Loose on the floor, tie up, will go to Bethune-Cookman off the possession arrow. That's the second jump ball of the first quarter.
We have to have better passes as a unit. If we know that we have somebody guarding us heavily behind our backs, it needs to be a chest pass, not a bounce pass, because their hands might be long enough and they'll be able to get that.
Sinai Tyler will check in for Bethune-Cookman as Tyler Butler goes out.
Who also had an amazing game against FAMU on Friday.
Sinai Tyler, the Chicago, Illinois native. The ball goes up on top. Maya Johnson can't control the pass. It goes into the backcourt. Johnson eventually gets it tapped back from Sanai Tyler as the Wildcats recover. Madison Holden on a broken play, driving all the way in, lost the basketball. Another Wildcat turnover. Coast to coast, Alyssa Blaylock, right-hand layup, good. And it is 10-3. What do we say about starting slow? Already a timeout called by Coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario.
We said earlier as well we wanted Texas Southern to push the pace for their keys to the game. But for the BCU, we wanted them to attack early. And we saw that the energy was getting there, but it started to slow down towards the end of the first half. And we're still in it, the end of the 5 minutes.
Yep. That'll be the first media timeout. We'll say goodbye to those of you on Instagram Live, youtube.com/CatEye Network if you want to watch the rest of our broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in over there. We'll take a quick break and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman University basketball on the CatEye Radio Network and SWAC TV. Back at the Gateway Center Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a 10-1 run for Texas Southern out of the gate to take a 10-3 lead over Bethune-Cookman in the first round of the SWAC women's basketball tournament. All 3 points scored by Maya Johnson, once a putback and once on a free throw. So the rest of the offense has not really stepped up, and they've turned the ball over 4 times already. And it's not even that they're generating bad shots. They're not generating any shots because they keep turning the ball over.
Well, we know that the Wildcats are a pretty late team, so they tend to warm up towards the end of that first half into the second, but we need to be able to switch it up today because Texas Southern is a very efficient shooting team.
Kaylin Peters getting an earful from Coach, getting set to check in. The Wildcats will have the ball going right to left in this first half in the all-black, trimmed in maroon and gold. All white for Texas Southern as the higher seed. Maroon trim on the shoulders. Maroon numbers with a gray stripe. This is the 11 versus 10 game. Bethune-Cookman the 11 seed. The Wildcats the 10 seed. Madison Holden, top of the key. Bounce pass to Tyler. Tyler back to Holden on the left wing. Holden down low. Tyler.
Transition.
And she gets the left-hand layup. What a play drawn up by Coach Creighton.
That's exactly what we need to see for the rest of the game.
That was
5 passes, and they were all efficient.
Tyler faked a screen, and then Damani Dorsey gets a turnover at the top of the key. Flip pass to Holden. Underneath. Layup. Short. Battling for the rebound. It comes back to Damani Dorsey.
Gets the foul.
And out of bounds. No, out of bounds. Texas Southern ball.
You have to watch our footing because these games could be such a game shifter for the Wildcats. And we already saw the energy change with that steal from Damani Dorsey at half court.
Yeah, and the Wildcats, for the first time in the game, are in their 2-2-1 press.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I wanted to see right out the gate.
Texas Southern flat in. Wildcats press at the half-court stripe. Dribbling through it is Jackson. Jackson, the left-hand wing. Catch and shoot. Deja Holmes, a three-pointer. Bang.
She was one of our three-point shooters last game.
A 35% three-point shooter, Deja Holmes, and it's 13-5. Texas Southern. Shamari Phillips tries to respond from the right wing.
Oh.
Almost got it to curl over the rim. No good. Rebound to Holmes. Here comes Texas Southern. Holmes gets a pass back from Henderson. Left wing. Back to Henderson, and the Tigers will reset. Henderson calls a play. Goes left. Bounce pass back to the top. Holmes is straight on three. Off the rim. No good. Rebound. Battling for it is Kaylin Peters on the floor. Grabbed by Holden. Jump ball, Texas Southern ball again. That's already the third jump ball of this first quarter. 4:40 left to go in it. Texas Southern gets another possession, up 13-5. They are 5 of 9 from the floor. And on a team like the Wildcats that is built on defense, you cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high of a percentage.
They're finding their opening anywhere.
Up on top for Maya LeSueur. Bounce pass to Holmes. Holmes at the top of the key, flips it over to the left for Henderson. Henderson gets the baseline, almost throws the ball away, stolen by Madison Holden. Here come the Cats the other way. Trailing 13-5 with just under 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Holden dribbles left into the corner. Handoff for Kaylin Peters, who's just checked in. Tyler on the screen, tries to go the pick and roll, that's denied. Peters all the way in, barreling over a defender, gets the blocking foul call.
Don't like that one.
Aaliyah Henderson will pick up her first foul.
Oh.
Already 3 fouls. Yeah, block not a charge.
I thought it was our offensive.
No, block not a charge. It's still a 13-3 run for Texas Southern right now. Kaylin Peters, they called it in the act of shooting. So she will go to the line. Third foul on Texas Southern in the quarter. Kaylin Peters, the senior out of Houston, Texas, transfer from Nicholls State, did not play in the game against FAMU on Thursday. Flips it up, and no good. Did I jinx us by saying we were the best free throw shooting team in the conference?
You might have.
Oh, boy. As the Wildcats have missed 2 of their first 3 free throws. Peters maybe has some blood on her shirt or a ripped jersey. She's got to have to go back to the bench.
We had 2 of those in the men's game.
Yeah.
Some blood.
Looks like she had some blood on her wrist. She's going to have to get that taped up after she drew the contact from Henderson down low. She'll go back to the free throw line. Peters from Houston, Texas, so where Texas Southern is located. No good on the second free throw as well. The Wildcats are 1 for 4 from the free throw line.
Might have jinxed us. Oh, kick ball.
Yeah, it'll be stay with the Wildcats as Sanai Tyler almost got a turnover at half court. I need the Wildcats to keep running this press, keep trying to get turnovers.
A hard press. I don't want no token press either. I need them to really trap.
Aaliyah Henderson kisses to the corner. Logwood back in the game. Flips it down low. Goes all the way across to the left-hand corner for Deja Holmes. Holmes bottled up, and another kick ball is called on Shamari Phillips. And it'll be a +20 on the shot clock for Texas Southern with 3:57 to go in the first quarter.
Now, these are the hardest type of defense to run whenever it's spread out.
Wildcats turn the ball over at the top of the key. Shamari Phillips trips the ball away from Holmes.
Oh,
Bounce
right
pass
into her
underneath,
hands.
and Holmes gets the ball right back. Long pass ahead, wide open underneath. Henderson, easy layup.
We have to be able to look and see who we're passing it to because Texas Southern's also a very fast team.
Wildcats have not taken advantage of their turnovers. 3 turnovers.
This should be a tie game.
Forced by the Wildcats, no points off of them, and there's an illegal screen on Maya Johnson and another turnover. Wildcats have turned the ball over 7 times in the first quarter.
Offensive foul number 135, Maya Johnson, that's her third.
Johnson picks up her first foul, second on the Wildcats. Jordan Brooks also has 1. Johnson will depart for Tyler Butler, so it'll be Butler, Sanai Tyler, Devontae Dorsey, Madison Holden in the game right now for the Wildcats, as well as Kaylin Peters. As once again, a lot of pressure on this defense, but Texas Southern shooting 60% right now, 6 of 10. The Wildcats just 2 of 8. Around a screen to the right, fast hands by Shamari Phillips at the top of the key. Flip back to Logwood. Logwood Euro stepping through the lane, floats it up, no good. Nice deny by Butler. She also gets the rebound.
Very good.
Passes ahead to Madison Holden across the time stripe. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Holden steps into a mid-ranger, misses it short. Rebound Texas Southern. Long pass ahead by LeSueur, finds Logwood, extra pass down low, tapped away from Brannon. And
There
the
you
Wildcats
go.
take it away again. Here comes Kaylin Peters up the floor down the left-hand side. Peters slows it up and bounce passes it to Holden. The Wildcats will slow down with under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Holden, dribbling left, handoff to Dorsey. Correction, Peters around the screen,
Nice.
backdoor pass, muscling it up and in is Sinai Tyler on a backdoor cut. Tyler has 4, the Wildcats 7, and it's 15-7. Texas Southern, pass across, finds Quiller. Quiller trying to work through a double team, gets it to LeSueur. LeSueur on an elevator, and the top of the key to Lauren Perry. Perry across to Brannon. Brannon back to LeSueur. LeSueur driving in, right hand scoop layup, too strong. Rebound to Tyler Butler, and she keeps her feet in bounds. Across to Madison Holden. Holden racing into the front court, sizing up LeSueur. She goes right at her, kicks it to the baseline. Tyler puts it up and in off the glass, plus the extra.
Sinai Tyler, she has had an incredible season thus far. Still going on. FAMU was honestly probably my favorite game that she played in because she was just energetic in everybody's faces. That is somebody that you do want on the team. The Wildcats are certainly turning up so far.
Welcome to the game, Sinai Tyler. She has 6 of the Wildcats, 9 in the last 2 minutes, as he's going to go to the line for one more. In that game last Thursday against Florida A&M, Sinai Tyler had 12 points. Maya Johnson also had 12. She misses the free throw.
You might have jinxed us, Mike.
I might have jinxed
You might
this.
have jinxed us.
Oh, boy. Into the front court. Here comes Lauren Perry. Down low. Backed out. Perry is straight on 3. Short. Rebound. Grabbed by Tyler. She is everywhere right now.
I'm telling you, what an impactful player that we do have.
Jordan Brooks back in the game for the Wildcats. Right wing. Peters down low. Tyler feed the hot hand. Sinai Tyler muscles it up too strong. Rebound LeSueur, and then an immediate foul on Tyler Butler as she grabbed LeSueur trying to fight for the rebound. That's the 3rd foul on the Wildcats. So yeah, you talk about the game against Florida A&M, right? The Wildcats were right in it.
Yeah.
But the front court showed up. 12 for Sinai, 12 for Johnson, 12 for Tyler Butler, and nobody in the guard position got over 10 points in that game for the Wildcats. So the guards are the ones who are going to do something. Oh, a slip and a fall and a turnover in the middle of the court for
Out her shoes.
Texas Southern. She literally slipped out of her shoes, did Lauren Perry. Whistle and a stoppage of play before the Wildcats could take the ball.
I don't know how to feel about that because I don't think if it was anybody else.
You hear the BCU marching Wildcats that are right next to us. You're
They're
chanting,
not
put your
playing.
shoe on. That was just unlucky for
Very
Perry.
unlucky.
She slipped and then lost her shoe,
Yes,
completely
that
fell
was not
down.
her fault. I'll
And
give that one.
and you could honestly get some pretty bad injuries right there. Your knees, ankles, and
Because
stuff
it
would
went
go.
the complete opposite way.
So we'll give the Wildcats the ball. I think they stopped the game because of a safety issue because
No,
she was down on the
it
floor.
was also when she slipped, she kicked the ball while it was in the
Ah,
air.
okay.
So-
I didn't see that. So they'll give the Wildcats the ball on a kick. 1:26 to go in the first quarter, down 15-9, but have controlled most of the last 2 minutes of this game. Sinai Tyler has hit 3 of her last 3 field goals. She has 6 points. The Wildcats are 1 of 5 from the free throw line, though. They're getting to the line.
Yeah.
They're just not making the shots.
It's still very early. We got to be able to shake off that cold in the air that we have right now and really heat up on that line that we're usually good for.
We have an officials timeout. I'm guessing they're just going to try and see how much time to put back on the clock. The defending SWAC baseball champions are back at the Check. Come catch Bethune-Cookman Friday, March 13th at 7 p.m. as they host Prairie View A&M for SWAC opening weekend. Admission is free at Jackie Robinson Ballpark. Streaming for that series to be determined because we are here, hopefully, till the end of the week.
Yes.
So stay up to date on those
They'll
by
follow us.
Yeah, follow us, BCU Athletics on X and Instagram, BCU Diamond Cats for the baseball-specific social medias. Softball is also back this weekend. They play Alabama State March 13th and 14th in their conference home opener as the Ocean of Soul regales us with some music here as the officials decide what to do with that last play where Lauren Perry slipped, fell down,
Yeah.
kicked the ball, and it gave the ball back to the Wildcats.
I think Coach Creighton is trying to draw up a play that we have as well, too.
Well, the last time the Wildcats had the ball out of a timeout, there was a beautiful fake pick and slip screen move for Sinai Tyler.
If we can do that on the opposite side, that would be great. Just so because they're probably going to expect it on that same left side.
Yep. Here we go. Wildcats will control the ball. Sideline in, right in the middle of the floor. Down 15-9. Texas Southern shooting just under 50% from the floor in the first quarter, but they are 1 for their last 5 as the Wildcat defense has locked in here late in the quarter. Wildcats trying to cut this lead down. 15-9 right now. Jordan Brooks into the high post for Peters. Peters, shimmy shake, left-hand dribble, puts the ball up and in with the left hand. Nice little shoulder fake move by KP right there. Wildcats will go back to their full court press. Down 15-11, they've cut the lead to just 4. Loose dribble at the top of the key, comes straight to Logwood. Logwood throws the ball out of bounds.
That's the type of hard press that I'm looking for the Wildcats. 4-point game.
Oh, that's the press, right?
Yes.
Forces the opponents to make mistakes.
Exactly. And that 2-2-1 has been very lethal for the Wildcats when they use it correctly.
The Wildcats have forced 6 Texas Southern turnovers. They've turned the ball over 7 times in a chaotic first quarter. Tyler Butler in the high post, looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Puts the ball on the floor, kicks it to the wing for Brooks. Brooks on the baseline right-hand side. Picks up her dribble, guarded by Quiller. She gets the ball back to Dorsey with 11 on the shot clock. Dorsey gets the screen from Tyler. Goes left, back to Brooks. Brooks with 7, driving in. Putting it up a mid-range shot. Nothing but net for Jordan Brooks. And it's a 2-point game, 15-13. Wildcats press again in the front court. On the left-hand side, here's Lewis, and a foul is called
on Kaylin Peters.
Yeah, Kaylin Peters is going to
I think she came in just a little bit too aggressive. That's probably why they called the foul on her.
Yep.
Maya Johnson.
That'll be the 4th foul on the Wildcats. So both teams in the bonus here for the last 27 seconds of quarter number 1. The ball's controlled by Aaliyah Henderson. Now Lewis in the corner to Logwood. Logwood pass tipped and intercepted by Sinai Tyler. Tyler running the floor all the way. Euros in. Layup, no good. Out of bounds. The ball will stay with the Wildcats.
That was such a play by Sinai Tyler, though. I know the next one's definitely going to go in. We have to make those. Which I think she was just going a little bit too fast.
Wildcats have gone on an 8-0 run over the last 3 minutes and 16 seconds. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Can hold for the final shot here. They have a baseline in under the basket that they attack. To listeners left. A chance to tie the game here at the end of the first quarter. Floated to the left wing for Jordan Brooks. Brooks around the Tyler screen. Driving in past the free throw line. Puts it up. Got it and the foul! Oh, JB!
Oh, man, the Wildcats are on fire today, Mike. They woke up with some animosity. I know it took a little bit of time for them to really warm up. It's a tie game now.
Hello, Jordan Brooks. No longer the fearless freshman that she was last year. And she's kind of been down most of her sophomore year, just averaging under 6 points a game.
Yeah.
But what a first quarter for Jordan Brooks as she goes to the free throw line. Spins the ball in her left hand, flips it up and in. And the Wildcats take a 16-15 lead. They were down 15-5 at one point. They've scored the last 11. Another press from the Wildcats. Henderson dribbles in underneath the basket to Jackson. She puts up a right-hand layup. No good at the end of the quarter. And what a close to quarter number 1 for Bethune-Cookman. They score the last 11 points. They hold the Tigers scoreless for over 3.5 minutes. And they lead by 1 at the break.
And do you know why that changes? Because they started driving the ball. You know, at first, they were passing the ball on the top of the team over and over again. They couldn't find an entrance. But I think once the Wildcats figured out where to make some space for the guards to really penetrate the post, that's when they were able to make those points, get those fouls, and be able to go to those free throw lines.
Bethune-Cookman 16, Texas Southern 15. We've hit the end of the first quarter. You're listening to the Starry Men's and Women's SWAC Basketball Championship on the CatEye Radio Network. Live from courtside at the Gateway Center Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Michael Torello, Sabrina Petit home on the CatEye Radio Network, bringing you first round coverage of the 2026 SWAC Women's Basketball Championship. The Wildcats trailed 15-5 early on a hot shooting start for Texas Southern, but they scored the last 11 points. Over 3.5 minutes scoreless for Texas Southern to take a 16-15 lead at the end of the first quarter. What did we say? Start fast.
Yes.
Well, they didn't start fast, but they finished fast in that first quarter.
And I think that's the energy you need to go into the second quarter. But it's always been the third quarter and the fourth quarter for us, that second half. So if we can keep this same momentum up going into the second half, I think we're in a really good place right now.
Now, the Wildcats have been dominant on the glass. How do we get the guards into play? Because like at Florida A&M, the guards have struggled early on.
Right, we need to be able to make space for the guards to attack the post the way it's supposed to. That's the only reason why. If we can get our post players to be able to create some space and pull that defense away from the hoop, then that's where we can get the guards to attack that paint the way we want to.
Bethune-Cookman up by 1, starts with the ball in the second half, going right to left. Jordan Brooks, bounce pass into the high post for Shania Tyler, who had a game-high 6 points in that first quarter. Brooks, down low Tyler, tough catch on the baseline, kicks it out to Dorsey, swung to the corner. Peters driving on the baseline, puts up a right-hand floater, no good, tipped it, and out of bounds.
Nope.
And Jackson actually saved it for Texas Southern. Here come the Tigers, their first possession of quarter number 2, wearing the all-white trim in maroon and gray. Down low goes Logwood in the corner to Jackson. Jackson guarded by Johnson.
Great
Johnson
defense by the
forces
Wildcats.
Jackson left. Jackson back to Logwood. She takes a corner 3. Too strong. Rebound, offensive, but stepping out of bounds is Alyssa Blaylock, and the turnover goes to the Wildcats.
Now, we haven't really seen Logwood this first half. Do you think she's going to be able to show up this second half?
Well, the Wildcats switched to a zone there to try and prevent Logwood from driving to the basket.
And that's something that was really killing us the first time we went against them in regular season.
Jordan Brooks controls the ball. 1-point lead for the Cats, 16-15. High post for Maya Johnson, looking for Tyler down low.
Nice
Johnson
swing.
puts the ball on the floor and got fouled as she drove the lane to go to the line.
Mike, you know what I say every single time. Even if it doesn't look like that shot is going up, you throw that ball in the air, they're going to foul you anyways. And it's been working for Maya Johnson this entire game, and she's been aggressive with it throughout the season.
One area the Wildcats really need to improve on is their free throw shooting. They took free throw lessons from the men over the weekend, apparently.
Absolutely.
They're 2 of 6 from the charity stripe. Maya Johnson bounces the ball against the hardwood, flicks it up with the right hand and in. What a start as well for Johnson.
Dea Holm is about to come in for Texas Southern.
Holmes still nursing that injury. This is only her second game back after spending a month on the injured list in the month of February.
Yeah.
Johnson sinks both free throws, 18-15 Cats. Deja Holmes comes back in. Holmes had 3 points on 1 3-point shot in the first quarter.
You think she's going to come in for another?
I would not doubt it. She shoots the 3 at over 35%. Wildcats will press again. The ball comes in to Henderson in the backcourt. Henderson up to Jackson. Jackson back to Henderson. Henderson throws the ball out of bounds right to us. I thought that ball was
going to catch it. I was going to catch it.
I know. I thought that ball was coming right at us
Right
at the
at
media
us.
table.
Absolutely.
No, you don't catch the ball. The first thing you do is put your arms out. Protect the
gear.
equipment.
Protect the gear, everyone. No, but that's exactly what that 2-2-1 press does. It really discombobulates the other team to put them in a position where they throw passes that comes to us.
Elevator screen. Here's Jordan Brooks at the top of the key. Brooks with 15 on the shot clock and an 18-15 Wildcat lead. Brooks jumps in the air, calls a play. Now puts the ball on the floor with the right hand. Dribbles inside, kicks it back out. Damani Dorsey driving left. Dorsey still with the dribble. Puts up a mid-range floater with 2 on the shot clock. No good. Rebound tapped out to Holmes. And here come the Tigers. Long pass ahead. Shovel into the corner. Holmes runs the floor. Holmes steps inside, picks up a dribble.
Great
back
defense.
to the top. A bound it goes to Henderson at the right wing. Whistle at a foul, and it's going to go on Maya Johnson. That'll be her third foul as she tripped Demaya Lewis off the ball. Correction, that's Maya Johnson's second foul, not her third.
Because if it was her third, we weren't going to see her until
You know,
halftime.
I forgot. Peters picked one up instead of Johnson in
Yeah.
the first. So baseline in for Texas Southern. 8:23 to go in the first half. Up on top for Jackson. Jackson hands to Holmes. Holmes bounces it to Henderson at the right wing, guarded by Damani Dorsey. Picks up her dribble. Cross-court pass. LeSure in the mid-range. Drives it inside. Off the glass. No good, but a foul. And Maya LeSure will go to the free throw line. A 56% free throw shooter. The free throw shooting for this Texas Southern team is not their strong point. 62 0.8% as a unit. That is 8th in the SWAC, but they do score the most points in the conference per game, 66.4. Texas Southern ended the regular season at 6-12. They beat Prairie View A&M in their regular season finale, 111-64. In regulation, they scored 111 points, but we know the struggles that that Prairie View A&M program has had this season. LeSure's first free throw is no good, off to the left. But before that, they had got a 9-game losing streak, starting with their loss to Bethune-Cookman on the 5th of February. They didn't win a game until last week.
Yeah.
So a tough close to the season for the Tigers. 1 of 2 free throws made. That's the first field goal since the 15-second mark of the first half. The Wildcats have held them down that long, but they lead by 2. 18-16. Jordan Brooks puts 3 fingers in the air, dribbles with the right hand. Bounce pass to Tyler Butler. Butler at the free throw line, looking for some help. Now puts the ball on the floor, drives in, left to the lane, puts it up and in. He switches hands in the air and muscles it up with the right hand. Nice job by Tyler Butler. 20-16, Wildcats on top. Here comes the press. Cycled around to Henderson, still in the backcourt. Over the head of LeSure, she recovers. Tries to dribble through a double team, does. Down low, Jackson.
Great
Jackson,
defense,
off the
right
foot.
into the hand of Damani Dorsey.
Dorsey runs the floor after the turnover. She goes all the way, up and in.
And it's good.
And Damani Dorsey needs to go off if the Wildcats want a shot in this game. She only had 4 points on Thursday. Timeout, Texas Southern. It's 22-16, Bethune-Cookman.
Wow, with 7 minutes left in this, 7 minutes and 26 seconds left in this second quarter, the Wildcats owned it. And I mean owned it. They took the mistakes that they had in the first quarter and really switched it around this second quarter, and that's the energy that they need to go into the third quarter.
The Wildcats have outscored the Texas Southern Tigers in the last 8 minutes of this ball game, 17-1.
And in my opinion, it feels like they really want their rematch at FAMU, and they're going to get it.
And they will do it if they win today. That'll be tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Yes.
Wildcats against FAMU Rattlers in the second round. The Rattlers got the single bye. They await the winner of this game. We'll step aside and be right back. This is the Bethune-Cookman University Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Back at the Gateway Center Arena in Atlanta. 15 points straight for Texas Southern at the start of the game. 22-3 the run since then for Bethune-Cookman. They lead at 22-16.
We talk about the keys to the game, and one of them was controlling the grass. Controlling the glass. And the Wildcats have 16 points in the paint. They have been extremely aggressive, and this is something that we want to continue to see.
Janessa Kelly checks in for the Wildcats. Breaking the press into the front court is LeSure. LeSure dribbling around, picks it up, resets to Blaylock, excuse me. Blaylock, right-hand dribble, guarded by Kelly. Out high, swings it left to Holmes. She launches a long three, short. Offensive rebound for Texas Southern's Macy Quiller. She puts up a putback floater, no good.
Let it go
Butler
out.
lets the ball go out of bounds, and that long rebound all the way out on the sideline will belong to Bethune-Cookman. And you highlighted the defense there for Janessa Kelly, not allowing the drive.
Oh, yeah, no, she was on it.
Jordan Brooks controls for the Wildcats. She's got 5 points early on, as does Maya Johnson. Here's Sanai Tyler at the top of the key. She's got a team-high 6. Tyler picks up her dribble. Resets to Brooks on the right wing, guarded by Holmes. Brooks dribbles with her left hand, picks it up, floats it down low. Tyler against Holmes on the baseline. She puts it up and in off the glass.
Oh, my player of the game already, and it's not even halftime.
8 points in the first half for Sanai Tyler. And the Wildcats lead 24-16.
Such an impactful player.
Dribbling through a double team, LeSure. LeSure gets it back after a nice 1-2 pass with Quiller. Lewis on the right wing side, guarded by Kaylin Peters.
I mean, great
Lewis,
defense
the
by
bounce
Wildcats.
pass into the corner for Quiller. Back to Lewis. Lewis throws the ball almost away, recovered by Blaylock on the sideline. Blaylock with 8 to shoot. Blaylock moves left, looking for movement in front of her. Goes down low. Lewis at the free throw line, puts up a mid-range jumper off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Kaylin Peters, another hold for the Wildcats. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Here comes Jordan Brooks. Brooks behind the back dribble will slow it down at the top of the key. 5:53 to go in the first half. Wildcats up 24-16. Brooks looking, floating to Butler in the high post. Butler, ball with the left-hand dribble, back to Brooks on the right-hand wing. Brooks, screen and 3 and too strong. Rebound in the corner, grabbed by Maya LeSure. Here comes Texas Southern. Empty possession there for the Wildcats. Lewis, bounce pass into the corner. Holmes, easy catch and shoot 3, but it's in and out. And the rebound grabbed by Peters. Woo! Peters almost turned the ball over on a breakout pass, but it's knocked out of bounds by Blaylock. And that'll take us to a substitution. Jamari Phillips is going to come back in for Janessa Kelly. With Janessa Kelly on the floor, I'm surprised that it was Brooks to take that last 3 instead of Kelly.
I think she wasn't open because Texas Southern knows that Janessa Kelly is one of our three-point shooters as well, too. So they had her covered as soon as they saw her check in. I really want to commend Coach Creighton with this defense that the Wildcats have been bringing to the table. They have been able to shut Texas Southern down over 3 times in this last 2 minutes.
Kaylin Peters, left-hand drive around a screen, coughs the ball up, and it's stolen by Blaylock. Blaylock runs the floor all the way up, and no good. Rebound, put back, bucket and a foul as Maya LeSure crashes the grass, and that might be a momentum turning point for Texas Southern. Wildcats keep coming up empty.
First points. This is the first points in
2 minutes and 46 seconds.
Almost 3.
You hear the clapping from Maya LeSure. She's trying to get in the Wildcats' heads.
It ain't
I don't know.
working.
She might have been clapping in the band, to be
Yeah.
perfectly honest. The band is right behind the basket to our right where Blaylock is shooting. Here comes the noise from the Wildcat faithful. It's no good. Jordan Brooks behind the back dribble into the front court. Wildcats up 24-18. Long pass into the corner. Dorsey, left baseline drive. And she throws the ball away, looking for Butler underneath. Another steal from Blaylock.
You said that was the momentum shift that happened.
We cannot keep turning the ball over. You got to make better passes.
Absolutely, especially at this high lead that we do have right now.
Blaylock against Dorsey. Flat pass across the top. Blaylock gets it back. 13 on the shot clock, 4.5 in the first half game clock. Logwood on an elevator pass on the right wing side against Brooks, goes left, gets past Brooks all the way in, floats it up, no good. Rebound to the Wildcats, Sanai Tyler pushes it ahead to Jordan Brooks. Brooks in a 2-on-1, down low. Dorsey throws it up, got it, plus the foul! Damani Dorsey! What a recognition by Jordan Brooks to realize that Dorsey was ahead of the play. And the first foul on Blaylock. And also Sanai Tyler for realizing that they had a 2-on-1 break the other way and pitching that ball quickly.
And that just all comes with reading the court. I miss football, guys. How you doing?
Football not until August. We got hoops right now.
Yes. We gotta
Another
finish on those free
missed
throws.
free throw for Damani Dorsey. 26-18. Logwood into the front court, through a double team on the right-hand side, all the way to the paint, and bucket of the foul.
This is the back and forth. I said this early in the game that this is going to be a game of exchange of energies.
Yeah, and that time the Wildcat press broke down, and Talia Logwood just went, no passes on that possession. She took the ball out of bounds and ran the length of the floor, laid it up and in, plus the foul. And she's a player that can do that. A long, athletic 5'10" from Richmond, California. First year at Utah State, averaged just under 10 points. Was Mountain West Player of the Week one time. She leads this team in 3 categories: points, rebounds, and steals, Talia Logwood. As she is at the line for an and one to try and cut this deficit to 5. She does. It's 26-21. Bethune-Cookman. JB controls the inbounds pass for the Wildcats. It's a 2-2-1 press for the Tigers now. Kaylin Peters lost the ball at midcourt to to Blaylock. Blaylock the other way, fouled by Peters as she tracked back, and she's gonna go to the line for 2. Uh-oh. So when I was working for Coach George Butts at Atlantic High School a long time ago, he always said, teams that press don't like to be pressed.
Yes.
And I think we're seeing that a little bit with the Wildcats here today.
And this is what's kind of confusing to me. If we are going to run a 2-2-1, I would expect us to know how to break a 2-2-1, you know what I mean? If we're going to practice it, we need to be, just in case they throw it back in our face, how can we break that?
And they did it that time, and we turned the ball over for the 10th time in the game. Points off turnovers. Wildcats have 13 points on 11 Texas Southern turnovers. Texas Southern has 10 plus of these off 10 Bethune-Cookman turnovers. First free throw good for Aaliyah Henderson, a 61% free throw shooter. She's 3rd on the team in scoring last year for the Texas Southern Tigers, averaging 8.3 points per game. Averaging just shy of that this year. Second free throw good, and it is 26-23. The Wildcat lead has been trimmed to just 3. It has been as much as 8.
Still have the lead right now. We still have that momentum. We just need to be able to keep that momentum.
Quick 5-0 run here for Texas Southern off a couple of Wildcat turnovers. The 2-2-1 comes again. Long pass to Madison Holden, who's just checked in. Holden in the right corner, and it rattles around to Jordan Brooks at the top of the key. 4 guards in the lineup, plus Tyler Butler for the Wildcats right now.
And this is one of the situations where you have to really pull the defense out to create space for your guards.
Dorsey battling inside, throws it up off the glass, no good. Rebound, a foul is going to be called on Logwood as she grabbed Shamari Phillips battling for that rebound.
I said earlier, for keys to the game, we have to put Logwood in foul trouble, even though she hasn't really been showing up. But this is her second, team's 3rd foul.
Yep. Wildcats with a baseline in. 3 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the first half. Wildcats lead 26-23. They went on a massive run at the end of the first, beginning of the second quarter, and now Texas Southern is starting to pull it back a little bit. Cats with a baseline in. Dorsey the trigger, floats it up to the top of the key. Tough catch for Holden against Perry. Holden goes right around the Butler screen. Now goes and throws it to the wing. Jordan Brooks with 9 to shoot. The screen. Brooks at the top of the key with 6. Down low. Butler post position with 4. Left hand layup. Foul. With 3 seconds on the shot clock.
That's how you do it. Go up anyways. That's how you do it.
Excellent shot generation look right there. It would have been easy for Jordan Brooks to just put up a 3 at the end of the shot clock, but she was smart. She went down low, saw the mismatch that Butler had, and created free throws.
Absolutely.
Wildcats got to hit their free throws. First one, good. They are only 5 of 10 from the free throw line today. Well, and our key to the game for the last month of the season has been get to the line because you're so good there. Butler sinks them both, 28-23, back to a 5-point lead. Wildcats will press again.
Oh, we're doing a 1-2-2, not a 2-2-1 now.
Yeah, Monster is played by Phillips.
Yep. Nice.
And Phillips almost gets the turnover. It rattles around to the backcourt, comes back to Perry. 2 seconds to get it across, and 1, and a turnover as the ball is stolen away by Butler.
Second chance points, way to capitalize off of that 1-2-2. Sometimes you just got to bring your monster to the front of the table.
Brooks to Butler. Butler, top of the key. One dribble handoff to Holden. Holden uses that momentum and tries to get by LeSueur. Holden, pull-up jumper, off to the right, no good. Rebound to Texas Southern. Here comes Lauren Perry off the board, long pass ahead. Under and under, a travel is going to be called as jumping was Macy Quiller. So Quiller caught that ball on the ground, jumped, landed, and then put that ball up. Can't do that.
And I think that's one of those moments where you have to give up that extra pass because she had a teammate right there waiting for her.
Yeah, Blaylock was right there.
Yeah, waiting for her, wide open, no Wildcats on her. Those extra passes, sometimes it's okay to be selfish, but other times, look for that extra pass.
Wildcats get a little bit of a gift right there. Yeah. As they'll control the ball 28-23 with 2:42 to go in the first half. Jordan Brooks, flat pass across to Holden. Holden dribbles right through the defense, gets to the lane, and draws the foul.
Oh,
what a blow-by by Holden. She went right by LeSueur and Blaylock.
What? I need to have the breakfast that the Wildcats had this morning. You know, it was a little bit of a warm-up. It was cold in the beginning of that first half, or the first quarter, but they are warming up the way it should be.
They had their Wheaties this morning.
Yeah, definitely. Very calm morning, you know?
Madison Holden to the charity stripe right in front of the Ocean of Soul. Spins the ball with her left, flicks it up with her right and in. She is one of the two players in this lineup that is top 5 in the conference in free throw percentage. Damani Dorsey is first in the conference in free throw percentage, and Madison Holden is fourth, 81% from the charity stripe, makes them both 30-23. The lead is 7 with 2.5 to go in the first half.
Back in a 1-2-2 press, not token, aggressive trap.
They are trapping aggressively. Into the front court comes LeSueur, breaking it into the right-hand corner. She
There
gets double-teamed, gives it up, swinging across to Henderson.
And
Henderson slows it down.
Sorry. I love when the Wildcats are able to recognize they're too far from the paint, and they jump right back.
Longwood pulls a three. Too strong. Rebound, offensive, putback foul. As going to the line will be Ayanna Jackson.
They've been waiting for that extra free throw pass in there. You know, sometimes you got to give those away.
Damani Dorsey called for the foul. First foul on her. Second foul on the Wildcats in the quarter. Not a lot of fouls called in this game.
That's how you know they're going to turn it up in the second half.
So Ayanna Jackson, a 68% free throw shooter, the junior transfer from UNC Greensboro, makes the first. Both of her parents played college basketball. Her dad, Jeffrey, Division I at the University of Denver. Her mom, Sabika, at the Division III Marion University. 1 of 2 at the line that time. Tyler Butler the board, 24-30. Wildcats on top. Madison Holden crosses the time stripe with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Flat pass across. Here comes Shamari Phillips. Bound pass to the corner, knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Wildcats as it was tapped out by LeSueur trying to get the better. Oh no, it's a foul called on LeSueur.
She probably reached a little bit too close when she was trying to get that deflection.
That's a double whammy because you lose the ball either way. Either it's out of bounds or you draw the foul.
Sure, I think that's her second foul.
It will be her second foul. Nobody has more than 2 fouls in the game, although 6 players have 2, 3 on each side.
Yeah.
And that's the bonus, which will put Damani Dorsey at the free throw line. 3 dribbles with the right hand, holds the ball in her left, puts it up and in. Dorsey, as I mentioned, is the best free throw shooter in the conference. 87.5%, the senior out of Baltimore, Maryland, a career Wildcat. It was an emotional senior day for her a couple of weeks ago as she played her final game at Moore Gym. She gets both free throws, and the lead is back to 8, 32-24. 8 points is the largest lead the Wildcats have had. They had it once before at 26-18. Then Texas Southern closed to within 3, and now the Wildcats have it back to 8. Shamari Phillips, the defender against Holmes, who's just checked in, and Holmes throws the ball dangerously. It bounces around, comes right back to her in the front court.
Oh, 2-man trap. We got 2 monsters on 1.
Dribbling through it is Lewis. Lewis bounce pass underneath, wide open Logwood. She was the man open out for the trap.
There's that extra pass we were talking about. I think she learned from her mistakes and was able to capitalize off that.
32-26. Nice play by Texas Southern to break the press. Holden, left-hand dribble, bounce pass, stolen away at the top of the key, but Dorsey recovers it. Holden tries to do it again, this time to Dorsey at the free throw line. Dorsey goes right, pulls up mid-range jumper, splash.
She's coming back for all these games that she was a little bit short with.
Dorsey matches a game-high 8 points with that shot. She's 3 of 5 from the floor. 34-26. Across it goes to Blaylock into the front court. Texas Southern breaks the press. Blaylock against Phillips. Behind the back dribble. Dribbles off her foot. Gets it back. Picks it up to the top of the key. Deja Holmes driving in the corner. Kicked her out. Lewis for three from the right-hand corner. No. Rebound to Phillips. Phillips takes one dribble and hands it off to Holden.
Nice play by the Wild. I have no notes. Man, I have some, but we'll see it from halftime. I have no notes so far, though.
Wildcats up by 8, 34-26. Under a minute to go first half. Bounce pass, top of the key. Dorsey lost the ball, got it back, has to retreat to the midcourt stripe. Now a broken play. Dorsey back to Holden with 8 on the shot clock. Holden, the screen, the three, way off to the mark, air ball. And Texas Southern recovers with Deja Holmes. Holmes dribbles to a double team, passes it across to Blaylock. Blaylock in the open floor will slow it down across the time stripe with 1 second difference, shot clock to game clock. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Holmes goes left. Henderson, mid-range jumper from just outside the free throw line is good. That was Blaylock. 34-28. Texas Southern trying to close the gap before the half. 7 seconds left. Holden with 5, with 4, dribbles left, with 3, spin move with 2, puts it up, short, put back, blocked.
Mike, I almost was out of my seat. What ace movement? She has to finish those. Simple. Great play, but you have to finish those.
And Devontae Dorsey had a putback attempt that was blocked by
I think they called it
Blaylock. No, they're going to go and see if there's any time left on the clock in the first half.
Foul. Okay.
Oh, no, they did call the foul on
knew
Blaylock. This is why I defer to the experts
Yeah.
here. I thought that was a block.
Yeah. She might have tried to go up for the block, but ended up, you know, having
And it might have been
contact.
some lower body contact
Yeah.
as well, because there's a lot of people in between us and them.
Very
That's the
chaotic
other
down
side
there.
of the floor from where we are.
Yes.
So we're going to go to the monitor to see how much time is left on the clock. Right now, there are 0.2 seconds left on the first half game clock. The Wildcats lead 34-28. They've led by as many as 8. Texas Southern has led by as many as 10. They had a 15-5 lead with a 2:54 to go in the first quarter. Since then, it's been all Wildcats. Sabrina, what have the Wildcats done to turn this game around? Because it looked like we were just going to fade away early on in the first quarter.
I think they found their groove. You know, like we said earlier before, they were a little bit cold in the beginning of the first half. And I think once they were able to figure out what their mistakes were, they were able to capitalize that. I also have to go ahead and give it to Coach Creighton for being able to keep their legs fresh. You know, the transition of being able to sub out different players in the correct spots has also been helping us tremendously. They also shut down their top scorer, Logwood. She has not been as on fire as she usually is in this game, but I'm expecting for her to really heat up in the second half. If not, we've been doing a great job doing that.
Since it was 15-5,
Yes.
the Wildcats have outscored Texas Southern 29-15.
Yes. And be able to keep them down in a defense as well. That 2-2-1, I think once they switched it into the 1-2-2 monster, that also really discombobulated Texas Southern as well.
So Mari Phillips is going to be at the free throw line with 0.2 seconds left in the first half. First free throw good. Shamari Phillips doesn't get to the line very much. He's mostly a spot-up shooter. Only has 15 free throw attempts on the season.
Yes.
But she got that first one. The second one is good. And that is the end of the first half. Wildcats 36, Texas Southern 28. They outscore the Tigers 31-15 in the back 2 minutes of the first half and the entire second and the first quarter and the entire second quarter to take one of their largest halftime leads of the season into the break here in round 1 of the SWAC tournament.
I am overjoyed, but I don't want to get too overjoyed because this has been our biggest threat is going into that third. It's not even the other team. It's the third quarter itself. That's always been the quarter that we usually decrease the energy that we come in the second half. So if we can keep that same momentum, Mike, I think we're in a good place.
Now, is that has to be, at this point,
Yes.
a mental thing, right?
Yeah.
It's got to, and that's got to be on the coaches to try and work their players through that.
Oh, absolutely, and they need to be able to come in with that same tenacity as well, too. SWAC, this is anybody's game right now, you know? Yes, the seed's different, you know, our layoffs is different, but this is literally anybody's game, and the Wildcats want it enough, they can have it.
We'll take about a 10-minute break. When we come back, we'll have your first half scoring and statistics breakdown. We'll take a look around the SWAC, preview the rest of the SWAC women's tournament that kicks off today, and have some highlights from the first half as well. You're listening to Bethune-Cookman women's basketball at the 2026 SWAC tournament here on the CatEye Radio Network. Marching Wildcats play us back to action here at the Gateway Center Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. One of the better first halves for Bethune-Cookman women's basketball on the season ends with the Wildcats leading the Texas Southern Tigers 36-28 in the 10-11 play-in round here on Monday morning. Here are your first half scoring totals. First for Bethune-Cookman. Damani Dorsey and Sinai Tyler both had 8. Jordan Brooks had 5. Maya Johnson also had 5. Tyler Butler had 4. Shamari Phillips had 2. Madison Holden had 2. And Caleb Peters had 2. For Texas Southern, Alyssa Blaylock had 8. Talia Logwood 7. Maya Lesueur had 3. Dea Holmes had 3. Perry had 2. Lewis had 2. Henderson had 2. And Jackson had just 1. Team stats look like this. Bethune-Cookman getting out-rebounded 19-17 and 5-4 on the offensive glass. Second chance points, however, 10-5 in favor of Bethune-Cookman. 7 assists to 6 in favor of BCU. The Wildcats have forced 13 Texas Southern turnovers, resulting in 15 points off turnovers. And Wildcats have turned the ball over 10 times, resulting in 12 points for Texas Southern. Points in the paint, the Wildcats dominating, 22-14 points in the paint, as especially Sinai Tyler has had a really great start to the game. Shooting splits look like this for Bethune-Cookman. They are 12 of 28, 42.9%. 0 of 5 from beyond the arc, 70% on their free throws, 12 of 17, although they did start just 1 of 8 on their free throws, and they picked it up since then. But they are doing a good job of getting to the line and drawing fouls. For Texas Southern, they're shooting 37% from the floor, 10 of 27, 1 of 9 from 3. That was Deja Holmes' only shot of the game so far. And 7 of 10 from the free throw line, 70%. Sabrina, your thoughts on an action-packed first half?
Extremely proud of the Wildcats, and I have a couple of things. I talked about this earlier on our Blitz on social media, but I'm going to go ahead and say it on air. The Wildcats forced 13 turnovers, and we have 15 points off of those, and we need to be able to capitalize off of our free throws. Those second chance points, they really, really mean a lot to us, especially of our percentage on that line. We're 12 of 17 right now, but we weren't in the beginning. We started up a little cold. I just want to go ahead and commend them for shutting down their top scorer at Texas Southern, Talia Logwood. She's probably going to come back with some type of fire behind her because she knew she didn't have a great first half. So hopefully they'll continue to have that same defense. I love the 1-2-2. That was a 2-2-1. Keep it the entire game. Texas Southern, they need to find their groove. They're not playing as efficient as I would like them to be. So hopefully if they were able to bring their post players to the top for a 3-2, that would be able to shut down our guards. That would probably be able to shut down and then not be able to penetrate the paint. That's all I have to say.
Let's take a look around the SWAC and take a look at the Wildcats in the bracket of the women's basketball. The 2 play-in games are today. Bethune-Cookman, Texas Southern. The winner of this will play Florida A&M tomorrow at 11 a.m. So if we win, we're back right here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. against the Rattlers. The other side of the bracket is Mississippi Valley State against Prairie View A&M. I would expect Valley to come out on top in that one and then play Arkansas Pine Bluff tomorrow at 5:30. The top seeds, Alabama A&M is on our side of the bracket. The winner of FAMU and the Game 1 winner will play them, along with Southern and Jackson State. That's the top half of the bracket. The bottom half of the bracket, the number 2 seed is Alcorn State. They'll play the play-in winner over there. And then Grambling State and Alabama State are the other teams on the bottom half of the bracket. We are about 30 seconds away from getting underway in half number 2. But if you look at this bracket, Sabrina, how do you see it playing out? I have Alabama A&M as my rightly number 1. They haven't lost a game since January 3rd.
Absolutely.
But Alcorn State, with the gritty style of defense that they play, could sneak in there.
It really can. Like I said earlier, SWAC, this is anybody's game. Our last game that we did play was just replacement. At this point, the teams, if you want to win bad enough, you can do anything to get to there.
And now this is the first year that everybody makes the tournament.
Yeah.
All 12 teams. Doesn't matter what your record is. Even 0-16 Prairie View is here.
Right.
So
come with the plan. You have the platform.
Yeah. All it takes is getting hot for a week.
Absolutely.
And you can go dancing. We're hoping the men do that as well coming up on Wednesday. Bethune-Cookman look to continue their 36-28 lead. They're in the all-black, big maroon stripe down the side, maroon numbers with a gold trim. Bethune-Cookman above and below the numbers in gold piping on the shoulders and around the pants. Texas Southern is in the all-white, big gray stripe down the side, trimmed in maroon numbers with a gray trim and maroon piping. Texas Southern starts the second half. They will go right to left. In the left-hand corner, Quiller. Down low, Logwood. She takes a mid-range jump shot. Misses it too strong. Offensive rebound for Perry. Put back no good. Butler grabs the board for the Wildcats. 2 misses for Texas Southern on their first possession. Here comes Jordan Brooks. She was the point guard for most of the first half. Across, down low to Maya Johnson. Johnson working inside. Right-hand layup. Short. Rebound, Perry. Here comes Texas Southern. Both teams come up empty on their first possession of the second half. Logwood, top of the key. Left-hand corner, 3 on the way for Quiller. Good. Nothing but net.
This is what I was talking about earlier in halftime. They're going to try and come back and make up for those points and that lost energy that they had.
They are first in the SWAC, Texas Southern, in threes attempted on the year. 642 threes in the regular season. Down low, nice pick and roll, and the easy layup for Tyler Butler off the pass from Maya Johnson. That was pick and roll perfection.
That's what we need.
Perry through the press. Quiller down low, underneath, whistle and a foul goes against the Wildcats. A lot of collision there between Tyler Butler and Demaya Lewis, who draws the contact. First foul of this third quarter. Wildcats up 38-31 after the teams trade buckets here early in the second half. A long way to go in this one, even though the Wildcats were strong in the first half. You know that they've struggled in third quarters this season.
Was there a 3 that was made? I think
There
I
was a
missed it.
3 that was
Okay.
made. That was the opening bucket of the quarter by Macy Quiller from the left wing. Inbound goes up top to Logwood. She's guarded by Phillips. Goes left around the screen. Now double team. Kick out Perry. Catch and shoot 3. Off the heel. Long rebound comes to Jordan Brooks. She'll go behind the back dribble and slow it down across the time stripe. 8:42 to go in the third quarter. Wildcats up 38-31. They want the horn set. Here it comes in the middle. It goes to Butler at the free throw line. Butler trying to dribble out of a trap, and Quiller reaches in and fouls her.
Texas Southern foul number 10 makes Quiller the first.
First foul on Quiller. Nobody in the game has more than 2 fouls. Henderson, Blaylock, LeSueur, Brandon, and Logwood all have 2 for Texas Southern. For the Wildcats, Butler, Tyler Peters, and Maya Johnson all have 2.
Yes.
But not a ton of fouls were called in that first half. Let them play. It was a very physical game. Inbounds pass to Monty Dorsey. Around a screen to the right-hand corner. She'll keep her dribble going against Logwood. Down low, Maya Johnson gets position and a jump ball. Really nice play by Macy Quiller to deny Maya Johnson. They'll stay with the Wildcats off the alternating possession.
Great aggression by her as well, too, down there.
But the nice pass by Dorsey on the baseline to find Johnson. She just couldn't put it up. Baseline in for the Cats under the basket that they attack to listeners right in front of our broadcast position here at the media table. In the corner, Brooks dribbles past your man on the baseline, lost the ball, got it back, double teamed underneath the basket, the ball's on the ground, it kicks off a leg, it comes back to Brooks, and
Another
jump ball
jump
will
ball.
give the ball back to Texas Southern. There have been 5 jump balls in this game,
This entire game.
but that's 5 jump balls and a combined 23 turnovers. There's a lot of scrappy stuff going on, a lot of passes being jumped, a lot of bad passes being made by both sides as well.
But that also just lets you know the teams are not going down with a fight.
7-point lead for the Cats. Texas Southern into the front court. Perry at the top of the key, guarded tightly by Maya Johnson across the left corner, down low. It goes to Brandon. Brandon, long pass up top for Perry. Perry in the right corner, takes a long 2, got fouled. Shamari Phillips fouls her and sends the Texas Southern Tigers to the free throw line. Perry, 59% free throw shooter, transfer from Nebraska, Omaha. Last season averaged 3.8 points in 11 minutes, Perry. First free throw good. Perry originally from Toledo, Ohio, a 3-time league champion at Southview High School. Started her college career at Lakeland Community College before going to Omaha and now Texas Southern. She sinks both free throws and a better start to the third quarter for Texas Southern, as we kind of expected.
Yes. They're heating up really quickly now. We got to be able to come back with that energy that we left with in the first half, the end of the second quarter.
Wildcats by 5, 38-33. They've led by as many as 8 on multiple occasions. Here comes the full court press for Texas Southern. The Wildcats struggled against this in the first half. Jordan Brooks, still not across the time stripe yet. Now she is with 2. And they'll set it up with 18 on the shot clock. Brooks roves around the top of the key. Johnson looks to put the ball on the floor at the free throw line. Picks it up her dribble, hands to Phillips. Phillips goes right around the Johnson screen, pulls up for a long two, off the front of the rim, kicks to the corner, and goes out of bounds for a Texas Southern ball.
You ain't like that call.
No, but it was the right call.
Yeah.
Coach Creighton pleading her player's innocence, but I mean, the both of us saw it clear as day. It bounced off of the thigh of Jordan Brooks and out of bounds. So Texas Southern, they lead this third quarter 5-2, and a chance for more here, trying to cut down on this 5-point lead. Dribbling through traffic into the corner, 3 for Quiller. Missed everything too strong. To the right-hand corner, offensive rebound for Texas Southern. Top of the key, Logwood driving in on Johnson, tries to go up and under. She got it.
Told you. She knew she wasn't having a good first half, so she's coming for everything this second half.
Talia Logwood up to a game-high 9. It's a 3-point Wildcat lead. It's a 7-2 start to the quarter for Texas Southern. Brooks, backdoor pass. On the baseline, here's Dorsey. Back to Brooks. Top of the key, Johnson. Johnson back to Brooks. 9 on the shot clock. Brooks around the screen. Brooks driving in. Right-hand layup.
Nice.
Kisses it off the glass, no good. Johnson can't secure the rebound. It comes to Logwood. Across to Perry. Racing up the front court. Coast to coast goes Perry. Layup, no good, but a foul.
Wow.
On the track back by Damani Dorsey. That'll be her second. And it's all Texas Southern right now.
Wildcats need to be able to figure out how to stop them. I haven't seen them run the press yet, so hopefully if we can go back to that, that'd be able to put us in a position.
And I don't understand why sometimes they just don't press.
Yes.
And they're so successful when they do the press.
Yes,
And
because
they
that defense is top tier.
And they just back off and let the opponents run a half-court set. And we're not good in half-court defense. Our rotations are late, and they get the ball past the guards into the second level.
Right.
So now here comes Lauren Perry at the free throw line. This is her second free throw attempts of this second half. She was 2 for 2 last time down the floor. She misses the first one off the back iron as it rattles out. Still 38-35. This is a chance to bring this to within a 2-point game. As the Wildcats led at the break by 8. Second one good. And it is a 2-point game. 38-36, Sinai Tyler comes in. She'll replace Tyler Butler. Sinai Tyler was tied for the team lead in points in the first half with 8. Her and Damani Dorsey. That foul was given to Shamari Phillips. That's her third. Here comes the press for Texas Southern. Logwood trapping. Across it goes to Dorsey.
This press is definitely speeding up the Wildcats, and we need to be able to slow it down.
Dorsey on the right wing. Back to Johnson, top of the key. Johnson on a handoff to Damani. Damani pulls up for a mid-range jumper. Rims out, offensive putback for Dorsey. Blocked, and then a foul on a third attempt as Dorsey followed her miss. We talked about the glass in the first half.
Yeah.
Texas Southern has started well. They now lead in the rebound margin 24-19 and 7-4 on the offensive glass. Second chance points still favor the Wildcats. 10-7. Here comes Damani Dorsey to the free throw line. Knee bend, flips it up and in. Damani Dorsey now 1 point away from double figures. 8 of her last 11 games in double figures down the stretch of the season for Damani Dorsey. She gets the second. Nobody on the Wildcats averages more than 10 points a game. Damani Dorsey is the best at 9.3. Here comes the press from the Cats. Dorsey is the lead of the 1-2-2. She stops up Holmes, goes across to Perry, now into the front court for Jackson.
Ooh,
Jackson almost
deflected.
turns it over, goes into the bench. It'll stay with the Tigers as Kaylin Peters, who just came into the game on that last stoppage, could not solve that. Turnover. 40-36, 4-point Wildcat lead. Ball with Texas Southern. Sideline in. Deja Holmes gets the ball into Perry, who's been the damage dealer for Texas Southern in this third quarter. Perry on the right wing. Fakes a 3. Rifles a pass down low to Logwood. Bucket of the foul underneath. Beautiful baseline cut.
Logwood, I must have spoke her name up and she must have heard me because she is turning up in this second half.
Talia Logwood up to double figures now, 11 plus the free throw coming for Logwood, as it's potentially a 1-point game if she makes the free throw. She's had as many as 35 points this season, also had 22 against Wiley, 20 against Arlington, 29 against Alabama State, 21 against us, 25 against FAMU, 32 against Arkansas Pine Bluff, 33 against Mississippi Valley. She is just a machine. She converts the free throw and it's a 1-point Wildcat lead, 40-39. Wildcats still in the backcourt, and they turn the ball over. Bad pass by Brooks. Here comes Logwood the other way against Brooks, who strips her of the ball. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Tigers.
I think that was Damani that stripped her of the ball.
Well, even so,
It was stripped either way.
Damani's going to go out. Madison Holden comes in. It's all Texas Southern.
Kaylin Peters is
Oh,
the one.
sorry, Peters.
Yep.
They have similar hairstyles.
Yeah.
I was looking at that. It's all Texas Southern in this third quarter, 11-4. The Tigers lead in the quarter. They're down by 1. Holmes, left-hand corner, picks up her dribble, down low Logwood, tries to throw it back to Holmes. She tries to flip it up over her head. A wild layup is no good. Rebound Sanai Tyler. Across it goes to Damani Dorsey. She's still in the backcourt with 5 to get it across. Dorsey clears out, gets across the timeline with 5:28 to go in the third quarter. Wildcats up by 1. 40-39, or 1 of 6 on field goals here in the quarter. Madison Holden around the double screen up top. Back to Johnson. Johnson fakes the 3. Right side to Brooks. Brooks waits for the screen from Tyler. There it is. She goes right. Tries to get by Logwood at the free throw line. Dives inside. Right-hand layup. Too strong. Rebound Logwood. She hits the deck and is fouled by Sanai Tyler in the process.
I didn't really like that call because she came down on herself.
Third foul on Tyler. Third Wildcat with 3 fouls, joining Samari Phillips and Kaylin Peters, and that's the 5th foul already of the quarter for the Wildcats. With over 5 minutes to play, Texas Southern will be at the free throw line the rest of the way in the third and can compound the misery for the Wildcats. This to give them their first lead since the 15-second mark of the first quarter.
We talked about at halftime that Texas Southern had to be able to find their groove, and they're not playing efficient. And I talked about bringing those post players or their taller guards to the top for defense, but it seems like in their full court press, they have their post players at the top, which hasn't been able to let us pass the ball the way that we want to.
Logwood, a 64% free throw shooter on the season, misses the first one off the back of the rim. Logwood to tie the game at 40. No, misses both. Rebound to Texas Southern in the corner. The Wildcats can't buy a board right now.
Not at all.
They're losing the rebound battle, 27-22. In the corner, Lewis driving, splits a double team. Got a shot blocked by Johnson. And then a foul is going to be called on Logwood as she reached
That's
in.
4. Is that not 4?
It's 3.
Sure?
On Logwood, yes. Wildcats won from their last 9 from the floor as we hit the media timeout of the third quarter. The Wildcats relying on some missed free throws by Texas Southern to maintain their 40-39 lead, but they have been outscored 11-4 here in the quarter. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it's the rest of the third here on the CatEye Radio Network and SWAC TV. Welcome back to Atlanta, the SWAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championship. It's opening day, opening game as Bethune-Cookman facing off against the Texas Southern Tigers. They have a 40-39 lead right now, but it's been all Texas Southern here in this third quarter. They lead the quarter 11-4 after the Wildcats had an 8-point lead at the break. Last year, the first year that the tournament was here in this building, the Wildcat played Prairie View A&M in the first round. They lost in overtime after rallying to force overtime. You remember that bank shot?
Oh my gosh, it was like right there. And I think Damani Dorsey.
It was Damani Dorsey.
She took that shot.
Wildcats trying to avoid getting bounced in the first round for the second year in a row. Holden gets the ball in off of the full court press. 4:50 to go in the third quarter. Wildcats up 40-39. Holden guarded by Henderson out high. Johnson at the free throw line. Down low, Tyler tries to get position underneath, floats it up off the underside of the bar, gets right back to the charging Alexa Johnson. She misses the layup, resets to Holden underneath. The Wildcats will get a third chance on this possession, and they turn the ball over top of the key. Holden gets it back to Johnson after diving on the floor. Across it goes to the corner. Johnson sets her feet, gets around the Sinai Tyler screen and backs up. 7 to shoot. Down low, Butler fouled with 5 on the shot clock. Alexandria Johnson makes her first appearance of the game here in the third quarter. Third foul on Blaylock there. Wildcats a lot of fresh 20 on the shot clock. 4:19 to play in the quarter. Out top Holden. Jab step on the right wing. Guarded by Quiller. She kicks it out. Kelly for 3. Off the heel. Johnson fights for the rebound in the left-hand corner. Gets it. Battling down low. Spinning. Puts up a left-hand layup. Short. Great defense by Quiller to deny the easy look. And here comes Texas Southern. Wildcats gets 4 shots on that possession, do not score, but Texas Southern immediately turns the ball over on a long pass that was tapped out of bounds over the head of Henderson.
And this could be the energy shift that we need for the Wildcats to get back to where we was at.
That was the first turnover forced by the Wildcats in this third quarter, 14th of the day for Texas Southern. Holden, crowded top of the key as the Wildcats run a tight 4 flat. Johnson is tripped by Henderson as she tried to dribble handoff. That's the 4th foul on Henderson. Aaliyah Henderson, just 2 points today, 1 shot. And she's going to have to go out of the game unless they're going to try and burn her here in the third quarter and save some legs. Logwood not in the game right now for the Wildcats, so they really got to attack. And now both teams are in the bonus with 3:44 to go in the quarter. This is where the Wildcats need to make their name. They are 14 of 19 from the free throw line so far today. Alexandria Johnson makes the first free throw. She's a graduate transfer from Tuskegee, and one of her former teammates, Michaela Malik, is on Texas Southern this year, although she has sat out the year with an injury and has not played all season.
Going against each other, it's always a time.
For 2 free throws good by Johnson. Wildcats 41-39 the lead. That's right, 42-39 the lead. Holmes into the front court against the press. Holmes picks it up, skip pass across to Blaylock. Blaylock, right wing, picks up her dribble, back to Henderson, top of the key. She's playing with 4 fouls. She drives in, kicks to Holmes, fakes the 3, drives in, corner for Henderson, driving in. Blocked by Johnson on the baseline. She says, get that out of here.
Protect the house.
Substitution, check it back in for Texas Southern, number 11.
I'm expecting to see Sinai Tyler and Kaylin Peters to come in pretty soon.
Malaya LaSure checks back in. Henderson will go out to protect her 4 fouls. Baseline in for Texas Southern, 12 on the shot clock. Holmes throws to the top of the key, caught by Quiller. Quiller bounce pass to Blaylock. Blaylock with 8, tries to get by Holden. Right baseline, lots of contact and a foul. Who are they going to call it on? It'll be on Tyler Butler.
That's her 3rd.
It is her 3rd. She joins Phillips, Holden, and Peters with 3 fouls. Nobody with 4 yet for the Cats.
Holden has 3 fouls already. I wasn't expecting that.
So my bad. Henderson on my screen, or Blaylock, sorry, on my screen has 3 fouls, not 4.
Probably why they still kept her in the game as well.
First free throw for Blaylock, good. Both teams in the bonus here with 3:19 to go in the third quarter. This to make it a 1-point game again for the junior out of Uniondale, New York. Started a career in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the University of LaSalle.
2-point game Wildcats on top
Yep.
with 42
Yes.
Tigers.
Logwood comes back in for Texas Southern tonight. Tyler replaces Maya Johnson for the Wildcats. Logwood a game-high 12 points. Damani Dorsey right behind her with 10. Once again, the full-court press comes from Texas Southern. Madison Holden across to Sinai Tyler. 5 to get it across. Tough catch for Holden at the midcourt stripe. She gets into the front court. Closed by a defender. All the way in, dumps it off. Butler lost the ball. It'll stay with the Wildcats out of bounds on the baseline. Last touch by Logwood. Yeah.
Very lucky.
That's the second time that Sinai Tyler has gone up for a layup and hit the underside of the backboard.
Tyler Butler. But what I really wish that she would just watch her feeding. Anything behind that block is going to be really hard to make.
Holden jumps to catch the inbounds pass at the top of the key. She goes in, puts up a tough layup right over the top of Lewis and scores with a right-hand layup.
That's how you attack the paint. If we can get Tyler Butler to really position her footing on that post, some of those free throws she won't miss.
LeSure across to Holmes, down low on the cut. Ball knocked away from Logwood. Wildcats take the steal.
She needs to attack all the way.
Johnson will slow it down. Hands off, Holden. Sinai Tyler in the high post near the free throw line. Hand off, Kelly. Catch and shoot 3 right wing.
That's what we're looking for.
Janessa Kelly has been unlocked with a 3-pointer. And it's 47-41, a 6-point lead for the Cats.
She missed the first one. I'm telling you, that second one's going to always go in.
Right-hand corner, Logwood with it, guarded by Johnson. 3 for Quiller, short, air ball, rebound, Texas Southern. Underneath the basket, throwing it up, no good, LeSure. Another offensive rebound and a putback for Lewis. We are getting hammered on the offensive glass right now. Oh my goodness, 13 offensive rebounds for Texas Southern today, and second chance points are, Wildcats still lead second chance points, funnily enough, 14-11. It just feels like we're getting hammered on the glass.
And that's one thing I think, Coach Skeet had really saw during that first half that we were beating them down there with rebounds and those second chance points, so they're gonna go after it every single time.
Wildcats by 3, 47-43. We'll step aside and be right back on the CatEye Radio Network. of the Gateway Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Back at the Gateway Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Wildcats up 47-43. Here's the drive. Here's the lay. Sanai Tyler off the press break.
And that's exactly what we were looking for.
Nice job by Sanai Tyler that time. Wildcats 49-43 the lead. Catch and shoot for Holmes for three. Left side, no. Logwood offensive rebound. She tries to go right back at Sanai Tyler. Step back mid-range, cashes it. Logwood up to 14.
She's going to get her 20 points by the end of this game if we don't lock her down at that mid-range.
Johnson throws the ball in the front court through the press. Janessa Kelly makes the catch. Into the corner on the left-hand side for Brooks. Wildcats will slow it down with a 49-45 lead. Almost turned the ball over. Kelly retreats to get it near the midcourt stripe. Jordan Brooks out on top. 12 to shoot, 1:20 to go in the third. Wants a cut from Johnson. Brooks to Kelly. Catch and shoot three, partially blocked, goes off the front of the rim.
I would love to have a post player there for rebound every single time somebody goes up for a three.
Jab step from Blaylock. She keeps her dribble and retreats to the middle of the floor. Across to Holmes. Holmes bounce pass left-hand corner for Quiller. Quiller back to the top for Holmes. Holmes jab step left. Picks up a dribble. Nice backdoor cut
That
by
was.
LeSueur. Layup,
And
no good but a foul.
It's the foul. We have to be careful. They were able to pull our defense out to expose that entire paint. Something I wanted the Wildcats to do in the beginning of the first half, but they were able to do it.
Fourth foul on Sanai Tyler right there. That's a tough one.
Yes, I would take her out until the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
not
here comes
gonna
Tyler
lie.
Butler's going to come back in.
Keep her for the fourth quarter.
Butler also has 3 fouls, so.
I would rather.
Substitution.
The Wildcats might be getting thin at center. We got 3 on Butler, 4 on Tyler, 2 on Maya Johnson. And Maya LeSueur at the free throw line. No on the first. Wildcats up 49-45. Here's the second free throw by LeSueur. Good. 49-46. 50 seconds left in this third quarter. Full court press into Lexi Johnson. Johnson over her head over a double team. Tyler Butler. She tries to dribble through. Back to Johnson. 5 to get it across. Long pass ahead. Finds Jordan Brooks. Brooks throws it down low. Johnson, one-handed catch underneath.
we go.
And the lay-in as well. What a play by Johnson. One-handed catch like a football player.
Seeing her become so poised and aggressive towards the end of the season makes me really excited for the upcoming season for her.
51-46. 5-second difference shot clock, the game clock. Logwood long three, no good. Rebound Maya Johnson. Here come the Wildcats. Shot clock off in the third quarter. They lead 51-46. Lexi Johnson at the top of the key will slow things down and then back to Jordan Brooks. Wildcats will just take one shot here at the end of the third quarter. Brooks, the jab, the play. Johnson underneath, flying in. That's going to be a jump ball.
Wildcat ball.
Wildcats will have the possession, but 5 seconds left to go. So they're going to get a baseline inbound. All right, Coach Sabrina, quick draw me up something
I
here.
need a 4-1 and put Maya right where she's at exactly. Just tip it in.
Maya's right there under the basket. Brooks to inbound, throws it up.
Tip it in.
Butler goes up with it. Left hand, short.
Tip it
Johnson,
in.
tip in, no.
Oh
But a
and gets the
foul,
foul.
right at the end of the clock. She'll go to the line with .2. Remember, the Wildcats had free throws with
Yes.
.2 seconds
I
left
was
to go in
like,
the
oh my
first
God.
half. So history repeats itself here
Exactly.
in the third quarter.
And that's exactly what we're looking for. Maya needs to be able to drop these to the keep that momentum going on, but we were just missing those.
Texas under foul number 22 to be Logwood, her
Fourth foul on Logwood. That is huge.
Now, if we go back to our keys to the game, everybody, our keys to the game was to control the glass, attack extremely early, and have high-intensity defense, and put Logwood in foul trouble, and she is in foul trouble.
So the
As
referees
predicted.
are going to the monitor to figure out how much time is left. There's definitely
Yes.
time on the clock. They whistled before the horn.
Probably like 0.3, 0.2 maybe.
So we're going to find out. There's currently .2 on the clock,
Yes.
which is, I know from hearing someone talk about it on a broadcast one time, the lowest they can actually set it to. I don't think they can set it to .1. If it's simultaneous, it goes to .2.
Okay.
But you can't catch and shoot with .2 anyway, so
No,
it doesn't
no.
really matter.
I mean, I don't even think that the unless here, if we really want to add that extra point after that rebound as well too, I would really expect the Wildcats to really box out after these free throws are being made.
Wildcats will have the last lap in the third quarter. 51-46 they lead. They have not trailed since 15 seconds to go in the first. They have led all the way since then, but the lead has never been more than 8. Texas Southern has stayed right with them. Maya Johnson. They're going to put 1 full second back on the clock as Maya Johnson goes to the free throw line. Now, this is important because if Wildcats can put back on a miss with 1 second left.
Yes.
It'll be 2 shots for Johnson, the sophomore out of St. Thomas Aquinas High School. Misses the first one, the 3-time state champ. STA always dominates all the sports.
Oh, yeah.
I saw both of their soccer teams made the FHSAA finals when I was down there last week. 1 of 2 for Johnson. 52-46, 1 second left. Texas Southern has the possession arrow, so they will let the clock run down. We will go to the 4th. Wildcats by 8. All right, Wildcats by 6. I can count, it's fine. Wildcats by 6, 52-46. We go to the final frame. A win for the Wildcats would be the women's first ever SWAC tournament victory. Can they get it? There's 10 minutes left. You'll find out after the break here on the CatEye Radio Network. Back at the Gateway Center Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Wildcats looking for their first ever tournament win as members of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. They lead the Texas Southern Tigers 52-46. They got outscored by 2 in that third quarter, but they battled back strong at the end of it to keep the lead. Michael Turillo, Sabrina Petit-Home, here with you all week on the CatEye Radio Network. It's going to be a long week.
Excited.
If the Wildcats can hang on for the win, we will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. to take on Florida A&M in a rematch.
Nice rematch. I know they're looking for that one. They've been battling for it. Last 10 minutes.
Who will show up big? Talia Logwig has 4 fouls and 14 points for Texas Southern. Sinai Tanner has 4 fouls and 10 points for the Wildcats. Both of them are the team's leading scorers.
Yes, our 2 biggest impact players.
Have 4 fouls. Inbounding for Texas Southern is Perry. The ball immediately went out of bounds off the Wildcats, so the Tigers will take it. 23 on the shot clock in this first possession of quarter number 4. Wildcats in the all-black going left to right. Texas Southern in the all-white. The higher seed going right to left. Logwood on the high left wing side. Down low, Perry tries to muscle it up over Johnson, and she does.
Lockwood is in the game for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I would go right at her and try and get her out as fast as possible. Jordan Brooks across to Shamari Phillips on the right-hand wing. Inside to Tyler Butler. She attacks Quillen. Kick out. Brooks, left corner. Back to Butler.
Watch
Butler
that footing.
against Quiller. Up and under and no good. Short. Rebound. Battle for. Back to Brooks. Dribbles out to the corner. 15 on the shot clock. Brooks trying to drive baseline. She tries to go up and under off the rim. No good. Rebound fought for by Maya Johnson, and it's going to be a tie-up that will give the ball back to Texas Southern.
Yep.
Oh, no, BCU, my apologies.
Period.
Again, the Wildcats trying to get back on the offensive glass. That little sequence right there ties the offensive rebounding numbers at 12 apiece and the overall rebounding numbers at 32. Wow. Both teams evenly matched on the boards. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Madison holding the baseline in, and she bounces it off of Tyler Butler's foot. A turnover, long pass ahead. Henderson open layup, easy.
And Shamari Phillips was open. She could have kicked it out to that right side.
And it's quickly a 4-0 run for Texas Southern at the top of the quarter to make it a 2-point lead, 52-50. The Wildcats have started all 4 quarters slowly here, but have gotten better as the quarter has gone on. Holding it a 4-flat-1 at the top of the key. Screen from Butler. Kick out Johnson. Johnson open for 3, doesn't take it. Shamari Phillips tries to go around the screen, gets to the mid-range, misses it short. Rebound to Texas Southern's Macy Quiller. Here come the Tigers trying to tie the game. They're down by 2. Perry spins past Brooks just inside the three-point line. Gets inside the three-point line. Ooh. Brooks fouls her on a reach-in, just outside the free-throw line.
That's 2 for her? 3.
That's 2 for her. Not a shooting foul, it'll be a baseline in. And as a lot of games come down to, this one will probably come down to clutch shooting and free throws.
Yes.
Down the stretch. Wildcats by 2, 52-50, but Texas Southern has scored the first 4 points, plus these potentially. Perry, catch and shoot, mid-range jumper, left-hand side, no good. Another offensive rebound for Brandon, but she stepped on the out-of-bounds line, and it'll give the ball back to the Wildcats. Oh, no. 4th foul on Tyler Butler now. The Wildcats will have to go really small with 4 guards, and it's going to be Johnson, Phillips, Brooks, and Holden in the game right now. And already 2 fouls on the Wildcats here in the 4th. In the corner for Perry. Up top, Jackson. Logwood guarded by Holden. That's a big mismatch if that ball gets down low. Perry back up top with 10 to shoot. Logwood heels on the logo with 8. Across it goes, down low. Henderson lost the ball on the baseline, out of bounds.
Great defense by the Wildcats to be able to keep up with them as well.
Wildcats hold for almost 40 seconds and do not allow a shot on that possession.
Texas Southern back into that full court press.
Bounce pass into the front court from Maya Johnson. She breaks it, hands the ball back to Holden. Holden to Peters, top of the key. Peters guarded by Perry. Across to Brooks. Brooks the jab step against Henderson. Brooks creates space, top of the key. Bounce pass down low, Maya Johnson. Johnson working on Brandon. Goes right at her, spins, layup, good!
Sorry.
And the too small down the other end of the floor with the flex for Maya Johnson.
She deserves that one.
Cats back up by 4, 54-50. Long pass ahead to the front court. Open look for Henderson, breaking the press. Gets the foul called as she drove the lane and will go to the free throw line.
We gotta be careful, most of our players are almost at 3.
And that's 3 on Jordan Brooks. 4 on Tyler Butler, 4 on Sinai Tyler. Here comes Damani Dorsey back in the game. 3 each on Shamari Phillips, Jordan Brooks, and Kaylin Peters. I think Dorsey, if we're going to win this game, Dorsey's going to have to take over.
Yes.
3 Wildcats have 10 points. Dorsey with 10, Sinai Tyler with 10, and Maya Johnson with 10.
Yes. Literally took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, and Maya Johnson is 2 rebounds away from another double-double. It would be her 4th in the last 5 games.
She's going into that second season really, really tight.
Aaliyah Henderson at the free throw line, trying to cut in this 4-point Wildcat lead. First one good. Henderson this is her first free throw attempt of the game. She's 2 for 3 from the floor. This to make it a 2-point game. And she does, 54-52. Wildcats got to get consistent about breaking this press and not turning the ball over. Madison holding against Henderson. off the foot of Dorsey, but she maintains possession across the time stripe.
Very dangerous.
Holden tries to drive right baseline, coughs up the ball, stolen by Perry. She goes the other way against Johnson all the way, throws it up off the scoreboard, and that's out of bounds unless they called a foul.
They did not call a foul. Out of bounds.
So wow, what a nice defense by Maya Johnson. Full court sprint off the turnover, moving with the smaller Henderson. Didn't foul her, just put her hands up and forced the tough shot.
And that's all that's needed, because we know sometimes she's usually the one to be able to draw those offensive fouls, but she's learned her footing a little bit more. Ooh,
That's a foul.
That's 5.
Logwood goes to the ref. That's 5 if that's on
5.
her.
Yes. Yes, it is.
The ball was bounced in towards Brooks, and Logwood pushed her in the back.
Number 22, Julia Logwood.
That's
That's
it.
her 5th personal foul.
That is all for Logwood.
Hey, guys.
She has a game-high 14, and listen to the reaction from the Wildcat fans. They know how important that is.
That was needed immediately. Our 2 impact players, and that's what I honestly hope or wish that they would have held her towards the end of the 4th quarter, just like Coach Creighton is with Sinai, because that definitely would have been a different game changer.
Maya Johnson in the backcourt. 3 seconds to get it across. Jordan Brooks will walk across the time stripe. Brooks puts her palm in the air, calls a play. Here comes the screen. It goes to Johnson at the free throw line. Johnson sizing up Brandon. Fakes the dribble handoff. Now back to Brooks, 8 to shoot. Brooks with 5, tries to get around Henderson. Still dribbling against Henderson. 3, 2, puts it up, off the glass, no. Tipped out. Shamari Phillips puts up the stick back and got it.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
And that's the impact of Logwood being on the bench, their best rebounder out of the game. Perry in the front court for Texas Southern. Rifles it down low, and it's picked off by KP.
Immediately as soon as Logwood is on that bench, the Wildcats found that fire that they were looking for. Can this be the one to take them into the 2nd round, Mike?
Peters across to Brooks at the top of the key. Here's the double high screen. Brooks goes right against Perry. Back out to Peters. Down low Johnson. Ball tipped away from her. Loose on the ground. And a jump ball will give the possession arrow back to Texas Southern. Again, turnovers hurting the Wildcats. Their 15th turnover of the game. And Texas Southern is doing a great job. Maybe I'm stealing your thunder here, because you were about to talk about this.
Okay.
But with the Wildcats only having 1 post player in the game, they're double fronting Maya Johnson and preventing her from catching the entry passes into the post.
It definitely would have been a different type of energy if Tyler was in the game or Sinai either. I'm pretty sure as soon as it hits the 4-minute mark, we're going to see these 2 players back in there, and we're going to get that energy back.
Breaking the press into the front court is LeSueur. She gets trapped. Throws the ball almost away, but one-hand catch by Quiller at the free throw line. Quiller almost stripped by Brooks. Ball goes to the corner. Brooks rips it away. What a play by JB. She gets the steal.
All the way
Here comes
down.
Kaylin Peters. All the way, up and under. Yes! And
Plus
the
one!
foul! And she lands flat on her back on the court.
Oh my goodness. What did the Wildcats have for breakfast today?
KP Peters putting on a show.
Oh my goodness.
And that does not happen without the dogged defense of Jordan Brooks on the other end. She chased that steal from the baseline all the way to the corner and ripped the ball away.
Tomorrow I'm going to have a different name, Mike. I know she was the fearless freshman last year, but we have to come up with a different name for her.
And we debated this starting lineup right
Yes.
after it didn't
Oh
really
my
work
gosh, yes.
against FAMU, the combination of Brooks and Phillips.
That's
But
how
it's
we're not
worked well
coaches.
tonight. Free throw no good. Rebound. Holmes is back in the game for Texas Southern. She's going to have to hit some threes. 58-52 Wildcats lead with 5 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Wildcats looking for a win here in Atlanta, their first ever SWAC tournament win since joining the conference in 2021. Pass right-hand side. Here's Quiller. Quiller baseline drive. Tries to go up and under. No good. Rebound. Johnson fighting for it. It's loose on the ground. Johnson taps it across to Phillips. And then Phillips turns it over. Jackson goes in, layup, no. Offensive rebound, LeSueur, put back, yes. Oh boy, that was
a mouthful, Mike.
That was potentially a big play right there. Maya Johnson tried for the breakout pass really quick to get a fast break and turned it over. Full court press. Dorsey picks up a dribble. Timeout, Coach Creighton.
Great call. Great call. Down at the 5-minute mark, I am hoping to see either Sinai or Tyler in this game to finish out this 4th quarter. Really Sinai, because she's one of those impactful players that can be there in the spots that you need her the most that you don't really expect much. This is huge for the women's basketball team, and they're they're taking advantage of it. We said earlier that we wanted them to start early, attack early. And granted, they didn't attack early, but they were able to pick everything back up and continue to move forward.
We thank all of you for joining us here on the CatEye Network this morning. If the Wildcats hang on, we'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same channel,
Yes.
for the rematch, the rubber match against Florida A&M in the second round. And if you win that, oh boy, the sky's the limit.
Oh my goodness.
We've seen Georgia Southern in the Sun Belt tournament win 5 games in 5 days to get to the finals there, so it is possible.
One day at a time, that's all
I
it's
agree,
needing.
I agree.
Yes, one day at a time.
Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Gear up on the newest BCU Nike gear at Nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Make sure you are representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest, featuring all new items. Buy the latest BCU gear online at the BCU online store. Go to BCUathletics.com and click on shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's BCUathletics.com and click on shop. Stay up to date with everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats on social media. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats on X and Instagram at BCU_athletics. For the latest on BCU women's basketball, follow at BCU WBB on X and Instagram. You're also going to want to follow Reporter Bree TV.
Yes.
We're going to be doing a lot of social media hits.
Yes.
We're going to be doing pregame and halftime and postgame hits all throughout this SWAC tournament, every game. Maybe even some off-day content if we get a chance.
It's going to be really fun. It's Reporter Bree with 3i and MJTV The Voice as well.
Wildcats 58, Texas Southern 54.
How do you respond, Mike?
I respond by putting a big in.
A big in.
So you were right. With both Tyler Butler and Sanai Tana having 4 fouls,
Yeah.
you put one of them in.
Exactly.
Because what Texas have been doing on defense is they've been clamping the post with the Wildcats only having 1 forward in the game. You put 2 in the game, suddenly you spread out that defense a little bit, and they're able to drive a bit more.
I really love Tyler on the defensive side because she grabs boards like it's nothing. And I love Sanai on the offensive side because even when you think that ball is not going in, it's there every single time. So really it really just depends on where we're lacking right now.
Yeah.
On
Wildcats
which
with
fit to go in.
1 second to get the ball in the front court. It's a sideline in across from us here at the media table. The ball, it's a stack set for the
Yes.
Wildcats after they were forced into a timeout by Texas Southern trapping in the backcourt. Maya Johnson is getting ready to throw the ball in. She throws it in, a tough catch. It's turned over to Holmes. She throws it ahead LeSueur. LeSueur will slow it down. Retreat to the left-hand wing. Back on top to Blaylock. A turnover and a chance for Texas Southern to cut it to 2. At the free throw line, LeSueur back to the basket. Around it goes to the corner for Quiller.
Watch the cut.
Catch and shoot 3, right wing, too strong. Chase to the corner on the rebound. Deja Holmes has it for Texas Southern against Maya Johnson on the right baseline, kicking it out into the right wing. Quiller running the baseline on the right corner is Quiller. Quiller again tries to fight through. That's right, that's Jackson, and she got fouled.
I think that should have been an offensive foul, honestly. She ran
now
her
my-
body. Sorry. She ran her body into the 2 Wildcats. I honestly believe that should have been an offensive foul.
That's the 3rd foul on Maya Johnson. Will send Ayanna Jackson to the free throw line, the 68% free throw shooter. Oh no, that's the 4th on Peters, not Johnson. They just corrected it. So now the Wildcats have 3 with 4 fouls. It's getting tight here late with 4.5 to go. First free throw good. 3-point lead for the Cats, 58-55. Texas Southern was picked 4th in the SWAC preseason poll, has really underperformed, finishing as the 10th place team in the regular season. Second free throw, no
Nice
good.
rebound.
By KP. She's trapped under the basket. Bounces it ahead to Brooks. Brooks being chased by Blaylock into the front court. Brooks slows it down. Calls the play by twirling a hand above her head. Bounce pass, top of the key. Johnson fighting with Jackson. Johnson working it around in the corner. Peters sends 2 defenders the wrong way. Gets in the paint. Floater, no good. Rebound to Quiller.
either.
Blaylock breaks the press. Gets past Brooks. Throws it ahead to Jackson on the right baseline against KP. Back up top to a leaping catch by Blaylock. A chance to tie the game with a 3 here for Texas Southern.
Sanai Tyler
Holmes
patiently
down
waiting.
low. Johnson catch and shoot baseline jumper. Misses it. Rebound to the Wildcats. Here comes Devontae Dorsey. Dorsey into the front court. Guarded by Blaylock. Sets it back to Jordan Brooks. 3.5 to go. Wildcats by 3, 58-55. Brooks around the KP screen. Johnson top of the key. Spins away from Jackson. Johnson gets in past Jackson. Goes to the bucket and draws the foul on, I believe that's Blaylock, and she'll go to the line. Nope, it was Holmes.
I was almost out of my seat, Mike. I don't know. That was a great play by Maya Johnson.
I think she was almost looking for the contact there instead of going to the rim.
Yeah.
If she goes to the rim, because
she'll get the contact.
Holmes fell down.
Yeah.
If she goes to the rim, she gets the and one opportunity. Now this is just 2 free throws.
And it looked like it was going in, but it was just off by a little bit. But here she'll be able to redeem herself and get those 2 points. Sanai Tyler is back in the game with 3 minutes left, and honestly, that was a great call.
Maya Johnson wearing some bright gold Nikes today. Toes the stripe. First one good. 11 points for Johnson. 1 rebound away from a dub-dub.
I need her, Dad. Need her to get that.
Perfect for Maya Johnson.
There she gets the 15-point needed.
And now she's going to go out, and they're going to put both Butler and Tyler in. I don't like this call because they both have 4 fouls.
And they usually fall right behind each other. If one of them gets it, the next one usually gets it.
Henderson almost lost the ball in the backcourt. She throws it across. Perry gets it across, barely. 20 on the shot clock, tough catch right at the midcourt stripe. Blaylock, she keeps her feet on the UCLA cut to the right-hand side. Here's LeSueur. LeSueur in the corner, back to Blaylock. Blaylock, right-hand drive, splits 2 defenders, gets underneath. Nope, foul.
Oh!
And that's Sanai Tyler done.
That's what I was afraid of.
So Maya Johnson gets about 5 seconds on the bench. She's gonna have to come back. So Sanai Tyler out of the game. 10 points.
She played a great game.
16 minutes, 2 steals, 3 rebounds for Tyler as well.
That's what I was afraid of.
And now Maya Johnson back in the game. She has played a ton of minutes, 24 minutes for Maya Johnson.
Phenomenal player.
Maya Johnson on the season. Averages only 14 minutes per game, so she's played 10 more minutes than her average today, and they've needed her. Free throws coming for Alyssa Blaylock. First one good. 60-56, back to a 4-point game. Blaylock, 2 dribbles, knee bend, good. 60-57, Cats by 3. Full court press again for Bethune-Cookman. Johnson the trigger. Gotta get it in. They do. To Dorsey on the baseline, back to Johnson. Takes 1 dribble and almost lost the ball. Johnson with 3 to get it across, has to launch it down floor. And 10-second violation, they couldn't quite get it. Dorsey received the pass. A turnover for the Wildcats and a chance for Texas Southern to tie it with a 3.
We need to respond with a press.
Turnover number 18 on the game for Bethune-Cookman.
I think we average about 20 per game.
We do.
So we're right about average. Not that that's a good thing, but you know.
Points off turnovers, 19 off the 18 previous turnovers for Bethune-Cookman. At the top of the key, Blaylock jammed up, keeps her dribble, throws it right, almost throws it out of bounds. Perry recovers in front of her own bench. Blaylock gets shoulder checked as she tried to receive the pass. The ball comes to the top for Lewis. Perry with 5, with 4, takes a straight on 3. No good, rebound, Wildcats. Tyler Butler throws it ahead. Jordan Brooks slows it down, 2.5 to go.
I'd put Kaylin Peters.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Damani Dorsey on the high right wing side. Doesn't have a point in the second half, Dorsey. Johnson, top of the key. A lot of players around her. She lost the ball, tipped away by Quiller. Another turnover for the Wildcats, their 19th. Perry across, Blaylock. Blaylock around a screen, throws it to the corner, catch and shoot for Perry. Short, rebound, Wildcats. Dorsey boxes out for the board, hands to Brooks, 1:56 to play. They want the horn set, here it comes. 15 on the shot clock. Here comes the horns. The screen. JB goes around it, dives all the way in, throws it up, no good. Butler chases to the corner, tries to get the rebound, and she is out of bounds on the baseline as she dove on the ground. Wildcats scoreless over the last 153, clinging to life here, up by 3 with 1:35 to go.
This is a really intense game.
Texas Southern is one of their last 9 from the floor. The Wildcat defense barely holding on here.
I would really put Kaylin Peters in at this moment.
Perry dribbles into the front court, splits defenders with a pass to the baseline. Jumper, short, rebound, offensive for Lewis. Foul call. Oh, jump ball. As the Wildcats will have the possession arrow.
Can we maximize off of this?
We have to score here. Make it a 2-possession game with 1:24 to go. Timeout Bethune-Cookman. I think they're calling a timeout to advance the ball. No, they're not. They're going to save their timeouts. Both teams still have 2 left. You cannot turn the ball over against this full court press. You cannot turn the ball over, I reiterate. Both teams have turned the ball over 19 times. It's been a really sloppy game of basketball. But it doesn't matter. If you win it, you're back to play tomorrow. Madison Holden across to Brooks into the front court. 1:18 to play. Brooks dribbles against Henderson out high. Henderson, a lot of pressure. Brooks dealing with it. Gets past Henderson into the right corner. Retreats to the top of the key, 10 to shoot. Brooks now guarded by LeSueur. Brooks picks up a dribble,
Holden
finds
is
Johnson.
wide open on this corner right here.
Dorsey, top of the key, 5 to shoot, dives in, layup. Oh, misses it off the rim, but she'll go to the line.
I'm ready to jump out of my seat. Great defense by Texas Southern though, to be able to hold the Wildcats down.
Yeah.
Because usually by now we would have some type of interest in there, but they've been able to hold the Wildcats down.
But everybody's, they're jamming everybody at the top of
Yes.
the key and trying to deny those dribble handoffs.
Because they don't have any bigs at the bottom. All of our bigs are trying to pull out. But we need to be able to look at the wings as well, because Madison Holden was there. It could have been easily a pump fake drive into the paint itself.
Pressure, free throws for Damani Dorsey. 1 good. The senior from Baltimore, the career Wildcat, 4 years in maroon and gold. Does not want to go home today. She makes the second free throw. Timeout Texas Southern. Wildcats 62, Texas Southern 57 with 1 minute to go. Oh, boy.
Man, oh man, like,
How clutch is Damani Dorsey?
always been a clutch player.
She's got 12 tonight, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Maya Johnson also has 12, 6 of 8 from the free throw line for Johnson, who normally is a 50% free throw shooter.
Yes.
She's played probably her best game of the night, of the season tonight.
I'm so proud of the Wildcats. They've been able to stick to it this entire time, figured out what their faults was during regular season, brought the change over to the playoffs, and now it's really a next game.
Johnson still doesn't have that double-double, by the way. She still has 12 points, 9
She's gonna get it before
She's
the
been
end of the
sitting
night.
on 9 rebounds this entire quarter.
I think once she knows, I don't want nobody to tell her, because at that point it'll be 2 fourths.
But the way that she's affected the floor, the way
Yes.
that she's drawn defenders, the way that she has 2 blocks,
and her confidence, you gotta point that one
the way
out.
that she's attacked the rim,
Yes.
right, is so much better than it was at the beginning of the season.
And that's what makes me so excited for next season, because I think she's going to be able to grow. Okay, I'm comfortable in this position. I know what to do where my footing is. I can drive in here. They are going to foul me.
I see at the top of your notes over there, you have jump ball written.
I'm taking notes on how many. I have our how many turnovers we have. It should be at least
It's 19
I was
right
about
now.
to say 20 right now.
Yeah.
Jump ball, and then I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
I take my notes. Drive to the basket.
Here we go. Texas Southern inbounding in the front court after a Vernette Skeet timeout. Catch by LeSueur to the top for Holmes. Spinning against Dorsey into the paint. Throws up a wild right-hand layup. Kisses it off the glass
Gotta
and
give it
in.
to her. That was a nice one.
Really tough layup.
Gotta give it to her.
Deja Holmes, the graduate student, she doesn't want to go home either. They pressure the inbounds pass. Holden in traffic, splits 3 defenders, loose on the floor. She gets the ball to Dorsey into the front court. 40 seconds left. The Wildcats, if they score here, they may just end it. They're up 62-59, 40 seconds to go. Jordan Brooks controls for the Wildcats. Bounce pass across to Holden. Holden. ISO for Madison, 8 to shoot. Across, Butler with 5. Butler driving in, layup. Good! Tyler Butler. 64-59, 22 seconds left.
They want that rematch back, Mike. They want that. Wow. And I'm going to ask again, what did the Wildcats have for breakfast today?
The Wildcats have been outscored in this second half, but it doesn't matter.
Nothing.
They built that lead in the first and have gone even in the second half. They're just being outscored by 1.
Attacking early, and it wasn't early enough, but they did attack early in the first half, and that changed the trajectory. I think they took notes from FAMU. They attacked early with us, so we attacked early with, Texas Southern. So hopefully they keep that momentum going on over and over. Keep that high-intensity defense. We slacked a little bit, but they played all 40 minutes, and I am so proud of the Wildcats. That's what's needed. Somebody's at the line, or is this an inbound play?
Nope, it was a timeout.
Okay.
Texas Southern down by 5, 64-59, 22 seconds left. Another hold for the Wildcats may just about do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself because I already know how I'm gonna get it.
Henderson across. Perry, top of the key around the screen. She launches a 3. Oh, banked it in! She banked it in, and it's a 2-point game. 64-62, timeout Wildcats. That was almost exactly the same as Damani Dorsey's bank shot last season to send the tournament game to overtime. That was ridiculous.
I did not expect that one to go in, if you want me to be quite clear with you, but I'm glad they took that timeout. We're gonna be able to advance on the halftime itself. Great game
that was a prayer by Perry.
Yes, it
and
was.
prayer answered for Texas Southern. 2-point Wildcat lead, and now it becomes a free throw shooting competition.
It's definitely going to be.
So who do you want on the floor? You want
Peters.
Dorsey.
Yes, I want Dorsey. I want Peters.
You want Holden.
Yes, I want Holden. I want Tyler as well. That's one more, and I need Jordan. Kayla Peters has 4. She can go in right now. It's only 18 seconds.
Yep.
And we don't need another turnover, which is why I think Kayla Peters would be perfect to be out here.
By percentage, the best free throw shooters on the team, as I clicked the wrong button, there we go, are Damani Dorsey, Shamari Phillips, Madison Holden, Alexia Johnson.
Yeah.
Wildcats with a inbounds play. It goes to Brooks. Brooks gonna try and run away. There's the foul.
There
called
it is.
on Henderson.
There it is. There it is. And if she knocks these 2 down, that'll really seal the game for the Wildcats.
And that's the 5th on Henderson, and that's all for her. She is done with 6 points, 2 of 4 shooting, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 assists. Jordan Brooks, one of the best high school players in Atlanta high school basketball history.
She's back home.
In her hometown, scored over 1,400 points at Union Grove High School.
Wow.
I'm not surprised if you have some family in the building today.
Oh, I know it. And
I think I see them across the way there. Has a chance to put the Wildcats back up by 4.
And that's the same amount we lost against the Prairie View last year.
It is indeed. Spins it with her left, throws it with her right, good. 2-time All-State Player of the Year in Atlanta, Jordan Brooks.
16.2 seconds is still enough time.
Got the second one, 4-point game, 16 seconds left. Texas Southern out of timeouts. Here comes Perry into the front court.
I think they're looking for an and 1.
Laylock, Perry launches a 3. This time her prayer is not answered. The rebound to Jordan Brooks. She runs away with 2, with 1, and for the first time in program history, Bethune-Cookman women's basketball wins at the SWAC tournament. it. We will see you tomorrow for a rematch against Florida A&M in round 2.
We need that. Congratulations, Wildcats.
66-62. Hail Wildcats, Bethune-Cookman's moving on.
We need that.
What did we say at the beginning of the game? If we were going to
Let's
win
go.
this one, the offense was going to need to step up.
Exactly.
They blitzed their season average for points. 11 points more than their season average.
Yes.
They attacked, and they won. The key moment in the game, Logwood fouling out at the start of the 4th quarter. They punished them on the glass after that and ended up hanging on for the win.
Every point that I have for the Wildcats for the keys to the game, they hit it immediately. We said to control the glass, the Wildcats were able to control the glass. We said to put Logwood in foul trouble. You just said that. That's Texas Southern's top scorer with 14.5 points per game. She fouled out. We said to have high-intensity defense, and the Wildcats came through, showing out the way that they were supposed to. And this is something that the Wildcats can sit and be proud of. Next game tomorrow, repeat of the classic. FAMU, you're on the clock.
As the alma mater rings through Gateway Arena here in Atlanta, let's get you through those top scores. For Texas Southern, Talia Logwood, 14 points, 5 of 12 for the floor. She fouled out with 4 rebounds and 3 assists and 2 steals. Blaylock had 12. Perry had 10, including that 3-pointer. She was 1 for 5 from 3. That heroic 3-pointer almost sent the game to overtime, but Jordan Brooks' free throws iced it for the Cats. LeSueur had 6, Henderson had 6. Holmes had 5, Lewis 4, Quiller 3, Jackson 2. Brandon played and did not score. For Bethune-Cookman, the heroes of the day are Damani Dorsey, 12 points, 3 of 6 shooting, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Maya Johnson, 3 of 7 from the floor, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Remember, she was just over a 50% shooter from the floor during the regular season. She misses 1 today. Sinai Tyler, 10 points, 5 of 6 from the floor. Ridiculous efficiency for Sinai Tyler. Oh, Maya Johnson, by the way, did miss that double-double by 1 rebound. She finished with 9.
Oh.
Tyler Butler had 8. Jordan Brooks had 7, including the 2 free throws to ice it for the Wildcats. Shamari Phillips had 4. Madison Holden had 4. Kaylin Peters had 4. Janessa Kelly had 3. Alex Johnson had just 2. I wonder if Johnson's carrying a bit of a lingering injury that remember she had in December, because she only played 5 minutes tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see a little bit more of her tomorrow against FAMU.
The team stats look like this. Wildcats actually got out-rebounded in this game by 1. 40-39 and 16-15 on the offensive glass. Second chance points, 17-16 in favor of Bethune-Cookman. Assists were 12 each, turnovers were 19 each. Points off turnovers. Here's my big paper pop stat. 26 points off 19 turnovers for Bethune-Cookman. Only 19 points off 19 turnovers for Texas Southern. The ability to get back on defense and not allow the mistakes to be punished was key in this game.
You said earlier for the keys to the game, we talked about having a quick possession for Texas Southern, but it seems as VCU had those quick possessions which turned into the first turnovers.
Points in the paint, Bethune-Cookman wins 38-30. Second chance points, 17-16 in favor of the Wildcats. Your shooting splits look like this. Bethune-Cookman, 36% from the floor, 21 of 57. Just 1 of 8 from 3, but that 1 3 by Janessa Kelly was a massive momentum switcher early in the 4th quarter. Free throws, 76.7%, 23 of 30. For Texas Southern, 34.5% on their field goals, 15% from 3 of 19, and 19 of 27 from the free throw line. That's 70.4%. I'm now joined by the head coach of Bethune-Cookman women's basketball, Janelle Creighton. Darren Rosario. Coach, you've been waiting for 5 years to get a win at the SWAC tournament. You finally got one, and you do the double over Texas Southern. How you feeling?
I feel great. You know, been waiting for 5 years to get this win, but this win is the one that we have worked on all year. You know, we've had close games where we fought, and the ball hasn't bounced our way at the end. And I think today we decided that it wasn't going to be about the ball bouncing our way. We were going to go take it, you know, and we stayed composed. We got to next play mentality. Even when they kept trying to make runs on us, we didn't let go.
Down the stretch of the season, the post has been the strength of this team. Tyler Butler, Sinai Tyler and really Maya Johnson has
Right.
emerged as a premier threat on both ends of the floor.
Right.
How important has their development been throughout this season?
Oh, super important. We've always known it's there. We've always been wanting to kind of pull it out of them a little bit more. But they have really buckled down these last couple of weeks and really decided that I think not decided, but I think they have a little bit more confidence. They see, like, really they can take it. Really they are open. Really they can finish through contact. And so, you know, when you're in a situation like that, when you see that ball go in a couple times, then all of a sudden, you know, that confidence boosts, and that's great for us.
Talia Logwood fouling out early in the fourth
Yes.
quarter was a big momentum swing for you guys.
Absolutely.
When were you surprised that Coach Skeet kept her in with 4 fouls? And 2, was it a directive to try and drive at her and get her out of the game?
To be honest, neither. I can't worry about them. You know what I mean? It was a directive for us to be aggressive. Sometimes I think when we key in on certain things, it takes us out of what we do already. So it was always a directive when we have our plays, when we have open lanes, we're going to drive, we're going to be aggressive. And I think us continuing to be aggressive made it so that she had to try and step up. She wanted to try and get those blocks and step in and things like that. And so just our aggressiveness all over helped us to get her fouled out, actually.
It's another rematch with Florida A&M tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
You took a close one at home. They took a close one away.
Yeah.
What do you see happening tomorrow in the rubber match?
You know, well, I see us winning. That's what I see. But at the end of the day, this is the game we talked about as soon as we got into the locker room after the game last week. I said, listen, this game, it matters because it's a rivalry game, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't change anything in the tournament. But we get a chance to get at them again at the tournament, and so we've given ourselves that opportunity, and I think we're going to take full advantage of it.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you so much.
That was Coach Creighton Del Rosario as we celebrate a 66-62 win for Bethune-Cookman here at the SWAC tournament. Sabrina once again joins me. We're going to wait for Damani Dorsey to join us here post-game on the CatEye Radio Network. Dorsey, they're going to celebrate. They're going to put the sticker on the board. That's the big thing now. They're going to put the sticker on the board. Yay, we advance. And then Damani's going to come out and join us here. But what are your final thoughts on this game, right? Because we were about ready to go home. At 15-5, we'd seen this script before.
Yes.
Wildcats come out cold. They just fade away. They've been blown out by Southern in the second last game of the season in a very similar way. They were down by 10 early in the first half. And then something changed. What do you think changed? The Wildcats blitzed them, outscored them 30-15 in the rest of the first half.
They wanted to keep playing. They didn't want to go home. And honestly, it showed with how they played earlier before. And this is something that we need to go into the second game with against. I think they really just wanted that rematch with FAMU itself. So hopefully when they come back, they're able to do that as well too. So I'm looking for the same type of energy. I'm looking for the same type of offensive look. I'm still looking for that same defense that we had today. That 2-2-1 was great in season, but I think it's time to put the monster out. That 1-2-2 is going to help us a
You
lot.
see Charles behind us on the booth cam.
Yeah.
We're actually going to have to get out
Yeah.
of his way because he's got the Alcorn State broadcast coming up
Yes.
next as their men take on Alabama State. So that'll do it for us here at the Gateway Center Arena. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m., 10 minutes till for your pregame show. If you want to hear that interview with Damani Dorsey, it'll be on our social pages, BCU WBB on X and Instagram.
Yes.
Follow us there to see that post-game interview with Damani Dorsey. For Sabrina Petit-Holm, Bryce Wojnowski, our director here, my name is Michael Torillo. We'll see you tomorrow as the SWAC tournament rolls on. Your final score, Bethune-Cookman 66 and the Texas Southern Tigers 62. Hail Wildcats.
Now Wildcats.